at gcafcu.org. Member NCUA, Equal Housing and Equal Opportunity Lender. Open a checking account now and score 4 tickets to a local high school sports event. Call for details.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail in Hermitage. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail. Printing, marketing, and mailing needs.
We're back on 96 Sports Radio 96.7, and I'm joined by Lakeview head coach Blake Reddick. And Coach, Week 10, obviously a non-region game, but a game that perhaps will matter in the the overall District 10 standings. And hey, another chance to play football. How you guys feeling on Week 10 here?
Yeah, heck yeah. I mean, we take every opportunity to play a football game. We don't really care who it's against. Our guys want to play. We want to create good memories for the guys. So that's what we're here for on senior night.
Obviously you're your first senior class here, so it's it's one of those things where you're trying to win a football game, you're trying to prepare for a football game, but you're also kind of conscious of seniors. Just talk a little bit about this first group of seniors for you.
Yeah, it's a special group. I mean, I've been a coach on this staff for a long time now, so I have seen a couple guys come and go the whole way through now, and it is special. You get to tell the guys to take an extra breath and look around a little bit tonight and enjoy it for what it's worth, because I mean, you don't get to do it again.
Right. This Franklin team you're taking on, obviously a team that it's hard to do any comparison shopping because they've played such a different schedule than you. What are some of your concerns about them?
Yeah, I mean, they like having us on the schedule. We like having them on the schedule. We're real close as far as distance, you know what I mean? Yep. So it's kind of can be one of those rivalries. But yeah, they absolutely see us as a winnable game on their schedule because they're playing all these crazy schools. They're playing this schedule where they're playing McLean and Erie and all these guys. So I mean, it's a winnable game for them. It's a winnable game for us. I think it's a great way to end a year. Every year, neighboring school districts and stuff like that. So yeah. They're much better than their record shows. I would say the same about our team, but yeah, it's going to be a battle tonight.
Right. Coach, it's been great kind of watching you. I saw you at the beginning of the year, middle of the year, now at the end, and then hopefully into the playoffs. We'll get a game or two of yours. Congrats on all the strides you guys made in this first season. Good luck tonight, and good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thanks
for coming out.
You got it. Yep. Those are the thoughts of Lakeview head coach Blake Reddick as he gets his Sailors ready for this non-region geographic showdown with Lakeview here at Lakeview on senior night. Pre-game continues on Sports Radio 96.7.
Gosens Beach and Sarah Beach. It is also. Did you know that Benzino's Driving School driving course as well as behind the Benzino's hours? They use only certified driving instructors that have undergone Everything all right? Yeah, is everything okay? Yes. Can you hear me, Briggsy?
Oh, he's saying that you fucking opportunity later. Look for details.
Check it. Here by it's a one-stop real in Hamilton. Your printing and marketing mail needs.
And we are back here at Lakeview High School. Ryan Briggs, Chris Burtch with you tonight on Sports Radio 96.7. Chris, what are a couple of things that you'll be keeping an eye on tonight? A couple of keys for each team.
I think, I think probably the most important thing for both teams is what kind of a start they get off to. And, you could say that about any game, of course, but, I think in this particular case, with Franklin, kind of playing an away game on someone else's senior night, no playoffs for them this year. If Lakeview can get out and jump on them, I think that, that would be really tough for Franklin to overcome. And I think it would be big for Lakeview too. And, what Lakeview doesn't want is they don't want Franklin to come out with, absolutely nothing to lose in a Week 10 game, get off to a good start, get a little bit of confidence. Some of their athletes get out in space, and all of a sudden, they're in a dogfight late in this game. So I think certainly just kind of looking at it from the Lakeview perspective, they want to come out and jump on them early. And, I think that in everything that Franklin wants to do, they're going to want to do that. The other thing is I mentioned athletes out in space. They're definitely going to want to get Lakeviews definitely going to want to get their athletes out in space. Get Zockerl out into the kind of that rollout situation that he's so good at, and find Boer and find people down the field, and try to make some splash plays to get off to that good start.
We will come back with the Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail starting lineups on Sports Radio 96.7.
Hi, Restoration, may I help you? Hello? I'm a real person. Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours. Sure. Well, that's what we specialize in.
Show Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate. 800-663-8103. Or look for on Facebook. The Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners. Honoring our past. Expand. Wings and even Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie tray all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sundays and Mondays.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's Premium Spring Water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today. They can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
Contact you from the Bellwin's
Hard to hear me in queue. Well, I guess I can't. Well,
buy one, get one
I'm talking
free.
over ads, so I get the half here. Can you hear me in queue? Well, how's it sound? How about now? Hello, hello? Check, check. Jeez. It was fine earlier. What's that? Yeah, I mean, I have no, hang on. How about now? Well, jeez. I mean, it was fine. I brought a brand new mixer. It was working fine earlier. Sorry for everybody who's watching. I guess I could just, well, people are hearing me yell over the phone. Okay, how are we now? Check 1, 2.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
Can you how does it sound? How's it sound on the? Can you check the Facebook video? I mean, I haven't had any chance to test that.
number 19, Caden Mincer. At defensive end, a senior, number 73,
I know.
Jeremy Cunningham.
Hold on.
At defensive tackle, sophomore, number 75, Caden Kaselka. At defensive tackle, junior, number 79, Jacob Riddle. At Avery Shetler. At linebacker, senior, number 11.
Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
At linebacker, senior, number 50, Noah Brustel.
1, 2, hello, hello.
At defensive back, a freshman, number 8, Liam Grigsby.
How about now?
At defensive back, a junior, number 7, Jaden Wilmot.
How's that? What?
At defensive back, a junior, number 15,
Huh?
Julian Johnson. And at defensive back, a senior, number 6, Landon Lynch. Our coach, head coach, Mr. Matt Turk.
What's that? Okay.
And now, Sailor fans, the starting defense for your Lakeview Sailors, featuring our seniors. At defensive end, number 77, Robert Seabreeze.
Okay. Oh, I know. How is it now? Gee, I have no idea what's causing that.
And nose tackle, number 60, Garrett.
Hang on. Well, it's got to be something on the.
At defensive tackle, number 55, Luke Scheide.
How about now? What?
Then linebacker, 22, Carson Boitnott. At linebacker, number 24.
I mean, I've got the crowd mic disconnected. On the tie line? Okay, yeah.
At linebacker.
Oh, no wonder the.
At cornerback, number 4.
How's that? The tie line popped out.
And at safety, number 2, Leighton Zaccaro.
All right, we'll bring it back. I'm sorry. Good job, guys. Yeah, first quarter. Getting ready to go here shortly. Yeah, it was a simple fix by a simple man. The people watching on Facebook are getting a great show here, I guess. Oh, well. Okay. All right. I'm not sure if we are back or not, but we're going to proceed with the Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail starting lineups. Chris, can you give us the lineups, please?
Yeah, sure. The for Lakeview offensively, they're going to go this way. Quarterback is senior Leighton Zackrell. The fullback is a junior Gavin Shell. The tailback, a senior Braden Boer, and the running back is senior Blake Skiles. Up front, they're going to go this way. Left tackle Luke Scheide. Left guard Garrett Guthrie. The center is Tanner Vincent. Right guard is Bryson Heckman. Right tackle Wyatt Maxwell. At one wide receiver, junior Julian Zackrell. The other wide receiver, junior Carson Boitnott. The kicker is Johnny Husband. And Skiles and Boer return the kicks. Franklin defensively, they're going to line it up this way. Defensive end, Mincer. Defensive tackle Avery Shetler. Defensive tackle Robbie Lewis. Defensive end Connor Grossman. The 3 linebackers in their 4-3 alignment. Noah Brustel, Evan Steigerwald, and Jeremy Cunningham. And the defensive backfield for the Franklin Knights, Toby Sanchez at the corner, Isaac Grigsby, strong safety, Jaden Wilmoth, the free safety, and Julian Johnston is the other corner for Lakeview defensively. They're going to line it up this way. Defensive tackle is Garrett Guthrie. Nose tackle Wyatt Maxwell. The other D tackle is Luke Scheide. And they're 4 linebackers in their 3-4 alignment. Owen Reynolds, Johnny Husband, Gavin Shell, and Braden Boer. We will also see Cole Klonowski and Tanner Vincent. Julian Zackrell is at one corner. Leighton Zackrell is the free safety. Blake Skiles is the cornerback, and Leighton Zackrell will handle the punting. Franklin offensively will look this way. Their quarterback is Jason Carey, a senior. The fullback is Robbie Lewis, a sophomore. Caden Mincer is the tailback. Jaden Wilmoth and Liam Grigsby will be out wide at the receiver position. Their offensive line looks this way. At left tackle, Jacob Riddle. At left guard, Connor Grossman. The center is Avery Shetler. The right guard, Mikhail Winters. And the right tackle is Noah Brustel. Tight end is Toby Sanchez. The kicker is Connor Ritchie. Returning kicks is Liam Grigsby. And we are just about ready to kick this off. Ryan Briggs.
And it will be Connor Ritchie to do the kicking. Franklin kicking off to begin tonight's game. Ritchie, one of the top kicking specialists in District 10, certainly. And a couple of the top return men in District 10 deep, Blake Skiles and Braden Boer. Lakeview black jerseys, white numbers and letters, white pants, a little bit of red trim. Franklin white tops, white pants, black numbers and letters outlined in red. Ritchie has it teed up in the middle of the field. Darkness has descended upon the Twin Cities, and we are underway. The regular season finale kick downfield, and it will be Skiles back at his own 9-yard line. Skiles to the near side of the 20 to the 25. Outside the number, Skiles upfield to the 40, and he will step out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very nice run back for Skiles to begin tonight's game.
Yeah, he just had a nose for that sideline, didn't he? As it looked like Franklin had him hemmed in, but then he was able to kind of pop outside, get by one tackler, and then stay in bounds and pick up maybe an additional 15 yards down the sideline, putting the Lakeview Sailors in great field position to start this game.
And Lakeview will have the ball at the 45-yard line, moving right to left towards the scoreboard here at Lakeview. It'll be Boitnott going wide right, Julian Zackrell wide left on the short side, double slot set with Leighton Zackrell in the shotgun. And he will roll right to the wide side. Zackrell looking under pressure from Mincer, throws it downfield. It's caught by Boitnott in Franklin territory, across the 40, down to the Franklin 35.
I love it when somebody makes me look smart for my pregame comments on the very first play of the game. And there was that rollout that I talk about with Zackrell rolling to his right and just being able to stop on a dime and zing it down the field. And Lakeview offense on the move here already.
So Boitnott just one catch all season, but a healthy gain there, picks up 20. And the Sailors are into Franklin territory on the opening drive of the game, just underway here in Stoneboro. Zackrell in the shotgun. Quick pass left side and incomplete. A one-handed attempt by Skiles. And that hung up there for Wilmoth for a moment. The defensive back, it lands incomplete.
Yeah, Skiles able to get up there and almost make a great one-handed catch. But yeah, you're right. It went off his fingertips, and for a, terrifying second, it looked like it might get tipped up right to the Franklin defensive back.
Instead, it will be second down and 10. We are just underway here at Lakeview High School. So glad you could join us the final Friday of October. Flip the calendar to November next week with the start of the playoffs.
Amazing. Yep.
Double slot set. Receivers to either side, and now Boer in motion from slot right, gets a handoff, jet sweeper on the left side, looking for running room, finds a crease to the 30, to the 25. Boer inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line, and Braden Boer will pick up 19 yards, taking the ball into the McCandless Ford red zone.
Yeah, fantastic looking jet sweep action there, as Boer able to find a seam, not on the edge, but kind of off of the near side tackle. Another big chunk play for this Lakeview offense.
They'll give him 20 to the 15, first and 10. This is the fourth play of the drive. We've played exactly 1 minute here in Stoneboro. Zackrell in the shotgun brings Skiles in motion. Jet sweep to the right side, gets a kick out block from Husband. Skiles upfield to the 10, and then he will be cut down over there, as ranging over to bring him down will be the outside linebacker, Jeremy Cunningham. But a pickup of 5 for Skiles, who's averaging over 10 yards a pop this year.
Yeah. Cunningham did a really good job getting over there, because that was a great kick-out block, as you mentioned, during live action. But Cunningham doing a nice job kind of moving down the line of scrimmage. And finally, the Franklin defense made somewhat of a stop, but still picking up 6 yards on the play.
Second down and a short 5 from the 10-yard line. Zackrell gets the snap, give the handoff to Husband on a delay up the middle. Husband across the 10, he'll pull forward for a couple. Of course, Husband not listed as the starting fullback in the Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail starting lineups. Brought to you, as always, by Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail of Hermitage for all of your printing, marketing, and mailing needs. But Husband able to squeeze forward for a couple of yards, and it's going to be 3rd down and short for the Lakeview Sailors.
Yeah, Husband 6'2", 210-pound senior, certainly capable of smashing into that line of scrimmage and picking up some yards in, kind of in the right up the gut area.
It'll be 3rd and about 2.5 from the 8-yard line. Zackrell in the shotgun. Zackrell quarterback draw. Goes up the middle, and he will fight forward. Flag comes in at the end of the play. Zackrell for now has enough for the 1st down, but flag thrown by the back judge at the end of the play.
Yeah. Well, we'll see where it is. That's, that can either be a hold in there or maybe some kind of a defensive infraction like a face mask. See what they say.
It is holding against Lakeview, and that is going to wipe out a pickup of about 3. It's going to put Lakeview into 3rd and long. The ball goes back to the 15, so it's going to end up being 3rd down and 10. So gain of 3, lose 10 on the penalty.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but probably the defender that would have had a good angle there to maybe keep that from being a 1st down probably was held there right in the center of the field.
3rd and 10 at the 15-yard line. Leighton Zackrell wide left, or excuse me, Julian Zackrell wide left. Leighton Zackrell in the shotgun. He will roll left, looking. Zackrell still looking. He's going to tuck in and run. He's to the 10, and he's going to be chopped down to the 9. Ball is loose. It was knocked loose, but recovered by Lakeview. As coming over to knock it loose for Franklin, that appeared to be Caden Mincer who knocked it loose. Skiles recovers it at the 10, so it'll be 4th and 5 at the 10.
Yeah, Zackrell was, rolling, looking down the field. Just pretty good coverage down the field by the Franklin defensive backs. Zackrell ended up tucking it and, sets up a big 4th down and 4 here for Lakeview.
4th and a long 4, short 5. 8:20 to go. This is the 8th play of the drive. It started at the Lakeview 45 after the Skiles kick return. Skiles in motion left to right. Zackrell fakes the handoff. Zackrell up the middle. Zackrell to the 5. And Leighton Zackrell takes it in for the touchdown. 10 yards out. Leighton Zackrell with his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. And Lakeview opens the game with a touchdown.
Yeah, can't ask for more than that, right? On senior night, the senior Leighton Zackrell makes a great move to get out into the linebacking core at the line of scrimmage. Breaks 1 tackle, gets into the end zone. And Lakeview strikes first as they will jump on the board just 3 minutes and 49 seconds into the game.
Johnny Husband on to attempt the extra point. Husband has made 8 of his last 9 conversions, kicking at the goalpost to the left. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is not. It was deflected at the line of scrimmage, and thus it remains 6-0. However, Lakeview opens the game with an 8-play, 55-yard drive that used 3:49, as Chris said, and Lakeview has a 6-0 lead. We will come back with more after this on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
And we are back here at Lakeview High School. Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch with you tonight on Sports Radio 96.7. And Chris, impressive start for the Lakeview Sailors.
Yeah, just a whole lot of energy, really good blocking, and the skill guys that we mentioned in the pregame getting it done, and Lakeview on the board.
Kickoff downfield from Husband, fielded by the return man for Franklin at the 25, and he'll take it out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. We see Gavin Shell down on the coverage, and it looked like number 6 for Franklin. May have been Landon Lynch on the run back. or says it's Isaac Grigsby, 9. The font on the Franklin jerseys is a little bit tough with the 6s, 8s, and 9s. But either way, Franklin will have the ball out at the 35. Good field position for the Knights.
Yeah, good field position. Lakeview trying the pooch, but Isaac Grigsby there with his medieval font jersey, fielding it and getting a couple of yards back. So, yeah, the Knights in pretty good field position.
8:04 to go in the first quarter. Knights move left to right. They'll use the pistol a lot. And the give is the second man through, and he'll get a couple. That's Caden Mincer on the run. Mincer, who had 260 yards this year against Warren in Franklin's first win of the season. He'll get a couple there, but you get a guy that can put up 260. Keep an eye on him.
Yeah, I mean, right. And again, he got now over 780 yards on the season. Playing the teams that Franklin plays.
On second down, the give is to Mincer again over the right side. He runs right into Johnny Husband, who corrals him and brings him down after pickup of a yard, maybe two. A couple of other black jerseys in there. We see Boer in on the stop as well. And Franklin is going to face third down and about 6 from the 40-yard line.
Yeah, really good job after that first kind of tempo run there by Mincer. Good answer on second down. And, just like that, Franklin in a third and long.
So it's going to be third down and 6 at the 40-yard line. Back to pass is the quarterback, and that is Carey, and his pass caught at the 45. And Carey's first completion goes for 5, but Franklin's going to be a yard short on the play. As the catch made on the far side.
Yeah, it looked like Carey could have just dove forward to get the first down, but came back and tried to get into the middle of the field to pick up some additional yardage.
Pass complete to Jaden Wilmoth.
Yeah.
Gain of 1, 4th and 1 at the 45. Yeah. And Franklin appears as if it's going to go for it.
Great tackle by Guthrie to deny that first down. So, yeah, Franklin going to go for it here on 4th and short.
Knights are going to come out with Carey under center for the first time. Straight T in the backfield, double tight set. Turn, and the give is to Mincer trying to sweep around the left side. He's going to be cut down. Boer took his legs out, and then Carson Boitnott finished him off. Franklin will lose yardage, and the Lakeview defense will give the ball back to the Sailors in Lakeview territory.
Yeah, Boer, how about that? He just kind of blew his block up and then was in there right away, and then Boitnott able to hop on kind of up high by the shoulder pads. And that was some big-time defense there by Lakeview, and they are going to take over really just moments after scoring and get the football right back.
Really a slow developing play.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, it was. I mean, strange to line up, your stud running back at quarterback and then not have him carry the football.
He did carry it.
Okay.
It was out of the tee. So 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Leighton Zackrell swings left side for Skiles, makes the catch. Skiles at 35. Skiles 20, 10, 5, touchdown Lakeview. One play after the defensive stand, it's 42 yards. Leighton Zackrell to Blake Skiles.
Yeah, Skiles almost got crushed the moment that he caught the football. It was a great catch. He kind of had to reach out with one hand and bring it in. And right there at the point of attack, it looked like he was going to take a shot from the cornerback, Toby Sanchez, but he was able to bring it in, get by that wave of tacklers, and just out-sprint everybody to the end zone.
42 yards on the completion, 12-0. Lakeview has doubled its lead, and now the Sailors will line up for the 2-point conversion with 6:05 to go first quarter. Skiles wide right. Owen Reynolds wide left. Don't forget he's the backup quarterback. Skiles pinches in from the right. Leighton Zackrell rolling right. Looking, lob in the back corner. Incomplete, intended for Skiles over his head, and the conversion fails. But the Lakeview Sailors have doubled the lead to 12-0. 6:05 to go first quarter. We'll be back after this on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
My car does more than take me from here to there, and I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York, and equal opportunity insured.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
back here at Lakeview High School. Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch with you. Chris, talk about getting off to a fast start. You know, sometimes senior night teams can come out, emotionally spent a little bit or jittery. Lakeview coming out firing on all cylinders.
They really are. And again, what the word of the night for me for this Lakeview offense is energy. And I know that sounds kind of simplistic, but they've really been in rhythm, and their energy has just been terrific.
Kickoff angle to the near side, fielded on the hop at the 19-yard line by Grigsby, upfield to the 25, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line, as it was Liam Grigsby that time, and he'll be brought down inside his own 30-yard line. So Franklin, the promising drive that ended on downs just shy of midfield.
Yeah.
Certainly, if you're Franklin, can't push the panic button here.
No. They obviously, they have a big-time back in Caden Mincer. They just kind of got to get him going, and, maybe they get him going a little bit, that they can get some of this passing game moving.
First down and 10, Franklin.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line. Receivers to either side, backs from the pistol. They give us the second man through. Mincer trying to get outside. Mincer, some running room, breaks a tackle and stumbles forward out close to the 35. Garrett Guthrie and Tanner Vincent able to get a piece of him, but not before he picks up 7, close to 8.
You can really see Mincer's ability to kind of get downhill, break tackles and get downhill, break tackles at the line of scrimmage, and then get out into the linebacking core and get downhill quickly. Wasn't a huge gainer, but still you can see his ability there on that one.
Gain of 7, turn, toss comes to the right side to Mincer. He's hitting the backfield, breaks a tackle, and Boer will toss him down. Mincer doing a nice job of turning a big loss into a small loss. There's a flag on the far sideline as well, and perhaps Franklin was not lined up properly. Mincer's slow to get up also. He'll have to check out for one play as a blown play dead for him.
Yeah.
There's also a flag.
Yeah, when he got slung down there by Braden Boer, he got kind of slung into his own man. So he got helmet to helmet with his own player who was on the ground. So let's see what you can see. He looks almost a little woozy there, so keep an eye on that.
Referee coming over and talking with Lakeview skipper Blake Reddick, and it is an illegal formation on Franklin. So we'll see what the Sailors elect to do.
Declined by Lakeview.
Well, Lakeview will decline it, so it'll be third down and about 5 or so. We're going to put the ball down at the 33-yard line. 32, about 32 and a half.
Yeah.
It's going to be third down and 5 upcoming for the Knights. With 5:08 to go, clock rolling in the first quarter. Carey gets the snap, gives it to the second man through, right into the middle of the line and right into the teeth of the defense. He runs into Johnny Husband, Tanner Vincent, a couple of the starting linebackers. And on the carry that time for Franklin, as the Knights go a little deeper into the depth chart, it's going to be Connor Johnson, the freshman, and he gets a yard, but it's going to be fourth down, and on comes the punt team on 4th and 3.
Yeah, just no push at all up front for the Franklin offensive line. So just Lakeview able to just kind of tee off there.
Richie to punt. Zackrell, it's Leighton Zackrell and Boer deep back at the 25. Snap is high over the head of Richie. He can't pick it up. Now he finally does back at the 10. He's looking. He's in big trouble. He's running upfield. He's going to be cut down back at the 18-yard line. Owen Reynolds brings him down. And the Lakeview Sailors will begin this drive in the McCandless Ford red zone after the bad punt snap.
Yeah. Bad punt snap. And again, he easy for me to say from up here, but it almost looked like he had a little bit more time maybe to at least set his feet and get some kind of a punt off, but instead he kind of decided to try to roll out and run or pass, and Lakeview wasn't having that. It's a big play for the Lakeview special teams.
This drive will begin just inside the 20 at the 19 on the near left hash mark. Julian Zackrell wide left, Skiles is a wing to the left, Boer wing right. Not wide right. Skiles in motion. Handoff on a jet sweep around the right side. Skiles getting outside of the 15 to the 10. Skiles will jog into the end zone. Touchdown, Blake Skiles. His second touchdown of the night.
Skiles on the
Yeah.
carry.
And I did not see a signal for a
I
touchdown.
didn't either. Yeah,
But apparently he's in. Touchdown. He slowed down and trotted into the end zone to make it 18-0 And Blake Skiles turning the great field position into another touchdown.
Yeah, no doubt. Just another great play call by the Lakeview offensive coaches as a little jet sweep action, and Skiles just trotting in there. But yeah, there was no touchdown signal. I thought, and then I was looking for a penalty flag. And,
that's my first thought,
yeah,
too.
but neither.
Extra point attempt from Husband is shanked to the right, no good, and it remains 18-0. The Lakeview Sailors had 3 possessions. They've scored 3 touchdowns. Chris and I will come back with more first quarter action after this on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
I'm hungry.
Well, I know just the place to go.
They got what I like?
Oh, yeah.
Win? Wait, what about drinks?
Well, it's a bar and grill, so yeah, you're covered.
Win-win?
Speaking of win, they've got gaming too, so you can
Win-win-win?
Come sit down for a great meal, a great drink, a great time, or all 3. Bay's Pub and Grill is just what you want. So come by for good eats, cold drinks, and the latest ways to win. Bay's Pub and Grill, East State Street, Hermitage.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Along with Chris Burtch, Ryan Briggs with you tonight here at Lakeview High School. And Chris, the Lakeview Sailors on a roll.
Yeah, they're really impressive. Obviously, Franklin able to get a little bit going offensively, but Lakeview defense able to get off the field. That time a really short field on the botched punt snap, and 1 play later, Lakeview back in the end zone. Skiles, great little jet sweep action, able to trot into the corner of the end zone. So Franklin about to get the ball back, and you mentioned about the panic button. They're getting closer and closer to that.
Squib kick bouncing along the near hash mark and finally fielded at the 25 by the return man for Franklin. He is going to be drilled by Braden Boer at full speed. We see Reynolds and Boitnott also in there, as that was Grigsby on the run back, and actually Wilmoth, he's number 7, and he's brought down to the 25, and another long field for Franklin.
Yeah, again, I tell you what, and we just talking to some of the Lakeview coaches before the game, talking a little bit to Blake Reddick off air. They're approaching this game like it's a playoff game. Oftentimes you see a Week 10. Guys are just trying to get people in and out. No, Lakeview feels like this is a game for them to solidify their playoff spot, and they're approaching it that way.
Handoff goes to Mincer around the left side. He'll fight forward for about 3, maybe 4. Johnny Husband tracks him down from the backside, but Mincer is, he's run pretty well tonight. And if for Franklin to get back into this game, they're going to have to use number 19 a lot.
Yeah, it's going to have to be him, right? He is, kind of the one game breaker on their offense, and he's, obviously more of a grinder than a game breaker, but they're going to have to start to get chunks with him, and somehow, I think to get things open for him, they're going to have to get their passing game going.
Give to Mincer up the gut, and Mincer will get to the 30. Maybe they'll give him the 31. It's going to put Franklin in a 3rd and 4 officially here with 3 coming up on the 3-minute mark of the first quarter.
Yeah, Franklin 0-2, right, on their first 2 third down attempts, and then missed on that 4th down try. So Lakeview would love to get off the field here again.
3rd and 4. Have to get to the 35, do the Knights. 2 receivers to the left. Back the pass. Rolling left is Carey. Jason Carey, the senior, looking downfield, and it is going to be caught along the far sideline. A shoestring catch.
Wow.
Downfield. It looked like it was Wilmoth able to scoop it up off of the turf, and Franklin gets its initial first down of the night. Big conversion there for the Knights.
Big conversion. At least they're not dealing with this Lakeview offense coming right back on the field. Carey able to roll to his left and throw a bit of a wobbler there to Wilmoth, but Wilmoth making a great catch along the sideline.
1st and 10 to the 46-yard line. 2:38 to go in the first quarter. Lakeview on top, 18-0, but Franklin on the move. Snap dropped by Carey. Now he will scramble, still looking. He's in trouble, and he's going to be brought down for a short loss on the play. As a couple of black jerseys bringing him down, including Luke Scheide getting the start at defensive tackle tonight.
Yeah.
It will be 2nd down and about 11.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, the margin for error for this Franklin offense is really small. So they get a botched snap, it's going to be tough for them to get any yards out of it.
And now Franklin will have to take a timeout as the Knights could not get the guys lined up in the spot that they wanted to get them. 2:04 to go, first quarter. Lakeview on top 18-0. We'll take a break. Come back with more action from Lakeview High School after this on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
Unlock your business potential with Hermitage Minuteman Press. From eye-catching designs to professional printing, Hermitage Minuteman Press are your local experts. Boost your brand with stunning business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. The Hermitage Minuteman Press team ensures top-quality results with lightning-fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East Street, Hermitage. Online, hermitage.minutemanpress.com. Follow us on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% of your first order. The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Along with Chris Burtch, Ryan Briggs here, we have Art Shannon back in the studio producing our game on Sports Radio 96.7, keeping us up to date on everything that's going on. Great job, Art. Also, we have Cole Kudiak running our camera tonight here on Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook. Good to work with Cole once again. 2nd and 11, they give us to Caden Mincer up the middle. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe another yard before being driven back. It's going to put Franklin in a 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 at the 46. Chris, I know you have a couple of updates for us.
Couple of updates, a couple of teams that are maybe trying to get the District 10 to expand the 3A field. Harbor Creek up here 7-0 on Iroquois. Connie up 6-0 on Girard. Those two teams trying to get in with non-region wins tonight.
Harbor Creek and Iroquois, the battle for the bridge.
Yeah.
Up in Erie. Good to see that rivalry game being played. 3rd and 10 for Franklin at its own 46. Carey throwing it downfield and incomplete over the head of Wilmoth, who got his fingertips on it but could not corral it. It's 4th down, and looks like the punt team is going to come out for Franklin.
Yes, Lakeview dodging a bit of a bullet there as it looked like Skiles maybe slipped. So Wilmoth open, but pass just a bit high. So this Lakeview offense that has looked as if they are scrimmaging their JVs with efficiency anyway. About to get the ball back. Whoa, what's going on here?
Well, the offense actually is going to stay out there.
Okay.
Carey back to pass on 4th down. Carey rolling right. Looking, still looking. Scheide in hot pursuit. Carey on the run, throwing the ball downfield and incomplete as Leighton Zackrell got a hand in there to knock it away from the intended receiver, Landon Lynch. Franklin had a couple of receivers in the same area that drew the extra defender, and it paid off for the Sailors.
Yeah, no doubt. Zackrell just able to hustle back there, knock it out of bounds, and probably wisely knocked it instead of trying to intercept it because the field position is definitely better getting it on that 4th down play. So here comes the Lakeview offense right back out there, and already 3 touchdowns here in the first 10-plus minutes of this first quarter.
The 3rd straight drive that will start on the Franklin side of the 50. Skiles slot left, Boer slot right. 4 receiver set. Leighton Zackrell in the shotgun, gets the snap, back to pass. 4-man rush, has time. Throwing it downfield, caught by Boer at the 30. Boer to the 20, Boer outside. Braden Boer is going to go in for the touchdown, 46 yards. Zackrell throws a dart to Braden Boer.
Oh, you said it. Zackrell with just a perfect pass. Boer on a crossing route, catches it in the middle of the field, and then just beats everybody to the angle on the sideline. And then it became a race, and you're not catching him down that sideline. So Lakeview, 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns.
24-0, and the Sailors are going to attempt the extra point. Johnny Husband, who had been pretty good during the second half of the season, looking to get himself literally and figuratively straightened out in terms of the extra points.
Yeah.
That's been about the only nick on his resume, or Lakeview's for that matter. Snap is good. Now Zackrell's going to fake. Leighton Zackrell's going to run. Can he get to the pylon? Yes, he does. Was hauled down from behind. The 2-pointer is good. And Lakeview extends the lead to 26-0 with exactly a minute to go in the first quarter. So the Sailors giving teams, perhaps some future opponents, if there are any, something to think about.
Yeah, that was terrific. Yeah, great job with that fake. Zackrell, the holder, got it and just rolled right out. He was trying to look for some people in the middle of the field. Nobody there, so he said, "All right, I'm going to try to get to the pylon," and he does.
26-0. We'll take a 30-second break. Come back for the kickoff on Sports Radio 96.7.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Lakeview to kick off after the 42-yard catch and run. Zach roll to Boer. Now Johnny Husband puts his right foot into this one. And it's fielded by one of the up men. It pops loose from Sam Weimer. And fortunately for him, a teammate able to jump on it at the 44-yard line. Owen Reynolds knocked it loose. It was recovered, however, by Franklin. And the Knights will come out of there with good field position. The ball will be put down to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, Cathedral Prep strikes first, Briggsy, in the game over on 790. They're up 7-0 now on Farrell.
It's the 5th all-time meeting in that series, Chris. First time they've played in Erie.
I love it. Yeah.
First 4 were in Farrell, including last year. This tonight of that beautiful facility up on Lake Erie. 1st and 10 for Franklin on the near right hash. Carey back to pass. Carey under pressure. He's drilled by Gavin Shell. Came untouched and blasted him for a loss of 8 back to the 35-yard line.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah. Again, Lakeview just kind of teeing off here. As Jason Carey could do nothing but kind of tuck and take his shot and then pat him on the head after he got up.
That shell was not a blank.
No, I like that reaction by Carey. Yeah, great hit, man.
Loss of 7 back to the 36, 2nd and 17. Sam Weimer, tight end to the left. There's a wing to the left as well. That's Lynch, who will now motion on the near side. Back to pass. Rolling right is Carey off his back foot, downfield, incomplete. And it's going to be 3rd down and long, 3rd and 17. Johnson, the intended receiver. 3rd and 17, upcoming with 9 seconds to go in the first quarter.
I mean, and you can almost kind of read the Franklin offensive coaches' minds. They're trying to get something going with the passing game, but wow, as Lakeview just coming on the blitz both the times, and Jason Carey no time at all to make a pass.
3rd and 17 back at the 36. Franklin 1 of 4 on 3rd down tonight. Weimer is a wing to the right. 2 receivers left on the wide side of the field. Carey back to pass. Throws it downfield, and it's caught by Wilmoth. Turns outside, cuts back to his inside. Wilmoth pinballing around, and he'll be chopped down at the 41-yard line. A pickup of 5 on the final play of the first quarter. The Lakeview Sailors have bolted to a 26-0 lead. Chris and I will come back with quarter number 2 after this on your home for high school football all season long. Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
Our community is more than just houses, buildings, and streets. It's the people who live and work and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around them better. Attorney Bill Motor believes in the young people who are this community's future. Attorney Bill Motor would like to say good luck, good health, and best wishes to all the players, coaches, band members, and cheerleaders in today's game and throughout the season. Attorney Bill Motor, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage. The second quarter is brought to you by the Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners. 2 firms united to serve you. Visit us at confluencefv.com.
Teams change ends. Lakeview, a strong start, leading Franklin 26-0 at the end of the first quarter. Sailors in the black jerseys at home tonight. White numbers and letters, white pants, black helmets with a little bit of red trim. Franklin white tops, white pants, black numbers and letters outlined in red.
Yeah, just again, trying to not say the exact same things that I've said over and over again tonight. Just an absolutely dominant quarter, maybe the most dominant quarter we've seen all year by any team. as they have just been absolutely awesome on both sides of the ball, particularly offensively, and they're going to get the ball back.
Connor Ritchie to punt. Last time was a bad snap over his head. This one is chest high. Light rush, kick his way. Ritchie gets away a spinner, and Boer will make the fair catch back at about the 15-yard line. We'll see where it's marked, maybe the 13 or 14. Either way, Ritchie, a punt of 46 yards to the 13-yard line, and that could flip field position in a hurry.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Good punt that time. Finally, something positive for Franklin. Is Ritchie able to get his leg into a good one here? But I don't know if the field's long enough to slow down this Lakeview offense the way that they played tonight.
But if you're Franklin, if you can get a stop here or certainly a turnover, you can get a chance to maybe get back into this one.
Yeah, no doubt. Right, you get a stop, you get a score, you're right back in it.
1st and 10, the ball spotted at the 13-yard line. Zackrell alone in the shotgun, brings Husband in motion from right to left. It gives to Johnny Husband. Jet sweeper on the left side. Husband out close to the 20-yard line. The Husband will pick up 7. We saw him get the start at fullback tonight, that time lining up on the slot. And Johnny Husband, who's done a little bit of everything this year for the Sailors, picks up 7.
Yeah, no doubt. Nice to see him getting some carries and gets a nice little 7-yard chunk play there.
Comes out to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, a lot of people like having a husband that can do a lot of things.
Right. It's a good one.
Thank you. 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line. Approaching the 11-minute mark of the second quarter. That's Leighton Zackrell wide right. Skiles now alone in the backfield awaiting the snap from Tanner Vincent. Brings a man in motion. It's Boer. Give over the right side. Boer across the 20 out to the 22-yard line. Cut down by Cunningham, the outside linebacker. And looks as if that Boer's going to have enough for the first down. He needed 3, and he picked up 3.
Yeah, really good job up front. The Lakeview offensive line. Again, they're not getting a whole lot of credit tonight because there's been so many big splash plays, but they are just absolutely giving Zackrell all the time he needs to do whatever he wants to, and they're doing a good job blocking for Shell, Boer, and Skiles and Husband.
Ball sitting near the 23-yard line of Lakeview.
1st and 10. Oh, no, they're going to say short now upon the they signaled to stop the clock, and then they didn't. So it's 3rd and inches. And the handoff, Skiles will fake it. He will keep it around the left side, and he is not going to get the ball. Comes flying out. It's picked up on the hop by Leighton Zackrell, and it's going to be enough for the first down.
Wow!
When it's your night, it's your night.
When it's your night, it's your night. That's what I was just thinking. If you're the Franklin coaches, you're like, we can. I know we're getting destroyed here, but can we maybe get a break? Not that time.
The ball recovered at the 30-yard line by Zackrell. So it's going to be a loss on the play, and Franklin would have forced a punt. Instead, the fumble goes forward. And in high school football, there are no fumble rules.
Right.
That would bring it back to a spot or whatever. And instead of a loss of a yard, it's a gain of 8 and a 3rd down conversion for Lakeview.
Dave Casper didn't play in Mercer County.
No, he did not. Give is to Shell on a jet sweeper on the right side. Bobbles the handoff and now takes off upfield to the 40, the 45. Runs over a man. Shell to the 40. Shell to the 35 and nudged out of bounds by Cunningham. Gavin Shell will pick up 35 yards.
Let's hope they didn't make Gavin Shell's highlight film yet, because that one's going to go on it, as he just ran 2 guys over. Wow.
He's had a couple of highlight plays already here in the first 14 minutes of this one.
Yeah.
Shell's carry takes the ball down.
It'll be 1st and 10 to the 35 of Franklin. Gavin Shell. Well, the big gain, his long run of the year was a 63-yard touchdown run against Maplewood. He's taken on a greater role in the ground attack in the second half of the season, and you can see why.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. I mean, that's, the speed with these skill guys for Lakeview is just off the charts.
Boitnott wide left. Shell slot left. Ethan Johnson's a wing to left. Boer in motion. Skiles gets the snap, fakes the handoff, and heads upfield across the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Ball inside the 30-yard line.
Is in on the tackle for Franklin as they help him get off the bottom of the piles. Caden Mincer.
I love watching Skiles make reads. Again, as a basketball coach, almost everything in sort of my lexicon, I think of how to relate it to basketball. He's like the point guard, that draws a defender and then makes a decision about what to do. And that time, just kind of waiting for that block, and then he took off, found the gap, picks up a nice chunk of yards from that direct snap.
Skiles, a track and field standout as well, and that speed's been on display all season long in all three facets of the game. He's alone in the backfield. He'll get the shotgun snap and give it to Gavin Shell. Shell cuts back to his left, and he's going to be brought down at about the 25, maybe the 24. Noah Brussel will bring him down, but it'll be enough for the first down. Gavin Shell, his second carry of the drive and his second first down.
Yeah, I love that. I love that little kind of modified jet sweep where they come up, they get a block, and then they run right into the middle. And, it's so much better than just the dive,
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's a lot like we see with Reynolds, what they've done over the years.
Yes.
Normally the jet sweep, they're getting outside the tight end or out to the perimeter, where what Reynolds does now, Lakeview, they're cutting up over guard, and it's because it has to be tough to defend because you're expecting him to go outside, and all of a sudden you're going this way, he's going that way.
Yeah, you got so much misdirection, and then you're going right up the middle of the field.
Skiles will throw one downfield looking for Zackrell. He goes up, makes the catch, and takes it in. Touchdown, Lakeview. It's not Zackrell to Skiles, it's Skiles toZackrell. 24 yards.
Yeah.
Skiles to Zackrell.
Again, Skiles wearing the wide receiver gloves, but still able to throw a ball that was good enough for Leighton Zackrell to go and get. And everybody having some fun here tonight for Lakeview as the guys are having fun, and the guys calling the plays are having some fun too as the receiver throws to the quarterback.
7 plays, 86 yards. It uses 3:13. Now Johnny Husband kicking at the goalpost to the right. Zackrell will hold. Snap is low. Kick is up and no good.
Looks like the
came up a little bit short there, but
timing is off.
The timing was off, but that's about the only thing that's been off for Lakeview. Sailors add to the lead on the touchdown pass from Skiles to Zackrell. It is 32-0 Lakeview with the lead. 8:41 to go first half. We'll be back after this on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, taco sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sundays and Mondays.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners. 2 firms united to serve you. Visit us at confluencefv.com.
Back here at Lakeview, 32-0 Sailors lead, 8:41 to go first half. Along with Chris Burtch, Ryan Briggs here, Art Shannon back in the studio. Art's been sending us some updates. Chris, you've gotten a few updates. Do you want to squeeze one in before the kickoff?
I sure do, yeah. Slippery Rock is up 7-0 on Mercer, and Sharon is up 21-0 on Brook, West Virginia.
Brook coming off a win last Thursday over Wheeling John Marshall, but
wow,
the Bison are getting marshaled out of Tiger Stadium tonight. Husband to kick off, sends it along the near side, picked up at the 25-yard line, out to the 30 to the 35. Grigsby upfield to the 45, into Lakeview territory, stays in bounds to the 30. Owen Reynolds finally brings him down at the 30-yard line. So nice run back for Liam Grigsby, or Isaac Grigsby, excuse me, number 9. And great field position for the Franklin Knights as they look to get something going here. 8.5 minutes to go first half.
Grigsby an athlete. There's no question about that.
And a freshman. This Franklin team is there aren't many guys out there that I think that can legally drive.
Yeah. And again, you've heard me say this before. Freshmen playing varsity football, like you see more and more of it. I was afraid of all of the seniors when I was a freshman. Like it's amazing that when you see that.
1st and 10 at the Lakeview 30. Carey has Minster behind him. Wilmoth in motion, jet sweeper on the right side, and no room at all. Gavin Shell there to bring him down. Shell with another tackle for loss, and Wilmoth will lose a couple.
Yeah. Wilmoth just trying to make something happen there, but just all kinds of black shirts impeding his way.
Chris, another update or two while we have a minute.
Yeah, some updates maybe that the Lakeview folks will be interested in. Greenville is up 13-0 on Eisenhower. Seneca is up 13-0 on Maplewood. And Northwestern is up 8-7 on Sagertown. So lots of names there that will likely be in the A playoff tournament with Lakeview.
Greenville certainly will be 8-1, looking to go to 9-1. Second down and 11. Carry back to pass out of the shotgun, throwing it downfield, incomplete. Looking for Landon Lynch on the post pattern. That one lands incomplete, and it'll be third down and 12. Lynch, a guy who's done a little bit of everything for Franklin this year. Played some quarterback when Carey was out. Freddie Blackhurst, the sophomore that saw some time at quarterback, also is out. But Lynch, very good in the javelin last year, 6th in the District 10 championships, and certainly a guy who he's made a lot of contributions that may not necessarily show up on a stat page for Franklin.
I mean, you can't coach 6'5", right? I mean, that's so as a quarterback or as a receiver, 6'5" is always an advantage.
Third and 11, called third and 12, actually. Franklin 1 of 5 on third down. Carry back to pass, has time against a 5-man rush. Rolling right. Off balance, throwing the ball downfield, and it lands in lane 1 of the track, incomplete. And it is now fourth down for Franklin and the Knights, who got the great kick return from Grigsby into Lakeview territory, now facing 4th and 12 at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, 4th and 12. I mean, again, the way things are going and the fact that it's, they did get the great field position here. And it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field. Why not?
Play clock at 18. 7:36 to go first half. And Franklin in no particular hurry. Now the Knights will take a timeout, and we will take it with them. 7 minutes, 36 seconds to go second quarter. We'll be back with more from Lakeview High School after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
Remaining in the half.
Bought a used car.
As did I.
Mine has a slight dent in the driver's side door and a few other minor scratches, but hey, considering the deal I got, I can live with a few imperfections.
Well, I got the great price without the imperfections.
Whoa, there's no way that's used.
DK Auto LLC is a veteran-owned and operated used car dealership in Grove City. And with DK Auto's attention to detail, were it not for the title, you swear you're driving new. See the amazing selections at DKAutoLLCPA.com.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners. Two firms united to serve you. Visit us at confluencefp.com.
Back here at Lakeview, Franklin will retake the field after the timeout. Knights have 1 timeout left. Lakeview with 3 timeouts remaining. 7:36 to go in the half. And it will be indeed the offense coming out. Probably Richie has a great leg, but probably a little bit too far for him. It would be about 49 yards.
Yeah.
So it'll be 4th and 11. Carey in the pistol has Weimer behind him. Wing to the right is Mincer. Carey back to pass against a 3-man rush. Throwing it downfield, and it's intercepted by Skiles at the 15. Skiles lost it, however. It's recovered by Franklin. The Knights will get a new set of downs and will have possession in the McCandless Ford red zone.
Wow.
As it looked like it was Lynch covering up the fumble. So an exchange of turnovers, and Franklin will get the ball at the 14-yard line in the McCandless Ford red zone. McCandless Ford, Mercer, and Meadville.
Was it Wilmoth that it was intended for, and then he knocked the ball loose? Looked like it was. Good heads-up play there by Wilmoth to knock that ball loose after Skiles had made the interception.
So the ball will stay with Franklin. Technically a change of possession. Weimer motions from right to left. Turn, quick pitch to Mincer. Mincer cuts up field, and he's going to be brought down at the 20-yard line. Short loss on the play, and Franklin has exited the McCandless Ford red zone.
Yeah. They had a small taste of it, and then right back out.
So it will now be second down and 11 back at the 20-yard line.
Second down.
6:45 to go first half, coming up the half. Scoring stats, and Chris will have the lock, stock, and barrel halftime update. Weimer motions left to right. Carry back to pass, setting up a screen, and incomplete. And think intended for Mincer. The closest man to it was the offensive tackle, Cunningham.
Yeah.
And Cunningham was hit by the defender, which If he had hit Mincer, that would have been illegal, but he was not an eligible receiver.
Okay, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's good. Good officiating, right? To not throw the flag right off the bat. I mean, they probably would have picked it up, but still.
Ball comes back to the original line of scrimmage.
So it'll be 3rd and 11 at the 20-yard line. Franklin 106 on 3rd down tonight. Wilmoth wide left, carry back to pass, throwing the ball over the middle, and it is caught by Mincer down the seam. Mincer to the 5. Mincer is going to give Franklin goal to go. Caden Mincer flashing open over the middle, and it's 1st and goal from about the 2 for Franklin.
Yeah, big Mincer just given a big target there in the middle of the field, and 6 foot 190. That kind of the big helmet there. So
yes, the Guardian cap.
The Guardian cap, yeah.
The ball's going to be marked at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, Franklin at the 1, looking to get on the board with 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Franklin getting new life on the fumbled interception. 3 backs behind Carey in the T. And the give is to Mincer over right guard, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Franklin. The Franklin Knights are on the board. Caden Mincer scores from 1 yard out. That will make it 32-6 with 6:12 to go, and some momentum on the side of the guys in white.
Yeah, so just a little bit of life, a couple of breaks there. And, we talked certainly in the pregame about some of the offensive talent that this Franklin team has. And, they've just been so steamrolled by Lakeview's offense that they finally kind of had an opportunity there to show that off a little bit.
You mentioned them getting the break, the interception, but then the fumble. Franklin hasn't had too many breaks go its way this year.
No.
The injuries and the youth.
Yes.
And you add it all up, and it's been a tough year, but continuing to battle.
Yeah.
They get one going their way, and now Franklin will go for 2. Weimer behind Carey in the pistol. Carey under pressure. Off his back foot, throws it, and it is intercepted, so the play is automatically blown dead. In high school football, the conversion fails, and it remains 32-6. But Franklin on the board, a 4-play, 19-yard drive that uses 73 seconds. Caden Mincer scores from 1 yard out. Lakeview's lead is 32-6, 6:12 to go in the first half. You're listening to High School Football on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
You're independent. So are we. We're a locally owned independent bank. Because of that, we make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town loan committee to get together. We offer fast, quick answers on your loan requests. Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners. 2 firms united to serve you. Visit us at confluencefp.com.
Back here at Lakeview High School on a beautiful fall night. Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch with you. Could not ask for a better night for Week 10. There have been years where we've been in Week 10 and it's been bundled up, cold, snow. I vividly remember. It's one of the things sometimes called and covered a lot of games over the years. I remember 2001 regular season finale. Sharon going down to Slippery Rock, and the field was covered in snow. That's when the Sheridan had a bunch of injuries. Went to the big backfield with Wade Vogan in front of Justin Schweiss. They were combined, the 2 big boys back there, and they were snow plows that night.
Yeah.
Here, no snow needed on a beautiful night. Kick from Richie, fielded at the 13-yard line by Skiles. He hesitates, trying to get far side outside the numbers to the 25. Skiles is going to be knocked out of bounds near the 31-yard line. Ran a long way and will be credited with an 18-yard run back.
Of course, I remember that game for very different reasons because I had 4 starters on my basketball team playing in that game that I just wanted it to get over with none of them getting hurt. So, yeah.
It was Jim Wildman's the last year of his first stint at Sharon. It was Brendan Smith's last game.
Yeah.
Now Dr. Brendan Smith,
That's
principal at Grove City High School.
Yeah.
So
yeah, good, a lot of good players on the field in that game. Luke McCaffrey, of course, the quarterback at Slippery Rock, went on to start for a season at SRU,
and then we have a penalty at the end of the run. It's going to be a personal foul on Franklin. Apparently a late hit out of bounds.
Okay.
So that's going to move the ball from the 30 down to the 45. And again, sound like a broken record, but field position for Lakeview has just been outstanding all night.
Yeah, the field position's been great, which kind of gives them, full command of the playbook, and their energy's been good, and they're just they're just finding bubbles in this Franklin defense. Whatever the weak spot in this Franklin defense is, they're finding it on each play.
6 minutes, 3 seconds to go, first half. Ball now to the 45-yard line. 2 receivers stacked to the right, 2 men to the left as well for Leighton Zackrell in the shotgun, and he will give it to Gavin Shell. Shell will get a couple before he's stacked up by the Franklin defense. We see Noah Brewster in on the stop for the Knights, among others. Shell, with a couple nice runs on the last drive, that time held to we'll give him maybe an extra yard out to the 48-yard line, bringing up second down and 7.
Yeah, again, just not much has not much has not worked almost perfectly here for this Lakeview offense in this first half.
2nd and 7, approaching midfield. 4 receivers set again. Zackrell in the shotgun. Zackrell throwing it into the right flat, and it's caught by Boer. Boer giving ground upfield to the 50. Boer to the 45. Boer dodges a man, and then Cunningham will toss him to the natural grass turf here, but not before Boer picks up the first down to the 42-yard line, a pickup of 10.
Yeah, Boer making a couple of nifty little moves there along the sideline to pick up an extra, maybe 5 or 6 yards after it looked like Franklin had him hemmed in along the sideline.
1st and 10 at the 42. So we approach the 5-minute mark. Chris, fast-moving game down the road at Mercer tonight. Slippery Rock and Mercer, they're at the half.
They're already at the half, just a defensive score by Slippery Rock, the only scoring in that game, as the Rock is up 7-0 on Mercer at the half.
The blocked punt for a touchdown. Those teams, by the way, 2 of the 3 lowest scoring teams on average in Mercer County this year.
Yeah.
Zackrell fakes the handoff out of the shotgun. Designed run upfield to the 30. Leighton Zackrell to the 25. Leighton Zackrell will pick up 17 and the 12th first down of the night for Lakeview.
Yeah, just able to just kind of work right up the field, find a couple of seams, and he's another one of those backs that I've mentioned this a couple of times this year. Guys, you think you have the angle on him, and then he just kind of makes one little hip move, and he's by you before you can catch up.
So Zackrell tonight, 2 touchdown passes, a touchdown run, and a touchdown catch. It's not a bad night.
It's not a bad night.
We still have 4:22 to go in the half, too. Zackrell's in the shotgun, Shell to his left. 2 receivers to either side. Boitnott to the right, out wide. Shell throwing it downfield, tipped, incomplete. Batted down by Lynch, the safety ranging over. He had good coverage on Boer.
Yeah, really good coverage. Yeah, no question. And you mentioned the youth of this Franklin team, the injuries, the tough schedule, a lot of this stuff. You look out there, especially with the start that Lakeview's gotten off to, there is 0 quit in these Franklin kids.
Absolutely. They're battling, and you can tell they got the touchdown, and they're thinking, if we get a stop here, maybe get something on the board before halftime again.
Yep.
And they are competing, they're battling, as you'd expect. Coach Matt Turkey's a Franklin guy, and it takes time. And when you're playing young guys against older guys, sometimes there are growing pains.
Yes.
Reynolds in motion from slot right, though. Fake the handoff to him, give it on a counter to Gavin Shell. Shell hit by Cunningham.
Shell, the ball carrier.
And it's going to be a short loss on the play. Jeremy Cunningham
for Franklin.
With a nice tackle. We've called Cunningham's name a
he's
lot
good
tonight. One of just a handful of seniors on either side of the ball in the starting lineup for the Knights. Shell stuffed for no gain officially. 3rd and 10 upcoming for Lake. 3:45 to go in the half. Chris, you always hear about balanced offense, and at the high school level, you don't see it a lot just based on things. But look at Lakeview tonight: 146 rushing yards at 140.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's balance.
3rd and 10 at the 25 on the near right hash as Lakeview goes left to right. Zackrell back to pass, throwing the ball downfield, looking for Boer, goes up, incomplete, off his fingers. Good coverage downfield by Franklin as well. It's going to be 4th down. Grigsby was there. Marsteller got a hand on it. It's 4th down.
Yeah, he almost went up there and made an unbelievable catch in double coverage. But
instead, it will be 4th and 10 at the 25, and Lakeview will go for it. Don't forget, after the game, we'll have the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game and the Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game, and then we send it back to the studio for Art Shannon and Aaron Bybro with the Warner's Homes Improvements 5th quarter scoreboard show until 11 o'clock tonight, a special Week 10 edition of that program. 4th and 10. Zackrell back to pass. Zackrell throws a screen left side, caught by Owen Reynolds. Reynolds splits 2 defenders upfield to the 15. Reynolds to the 10. Owen Reynolds, he will take it in. Touchdown Lakeview. Owen Reynolds zigging and zagging. Zackrell's 3rd touchdown pass of the night, and the Sailors answer.
yeah, we saw Reynolds do that a couple of times against Reynolds, as he was able to catch that and come back into the middle and find a seam right up the gut. And that time, able to parlay that all the way into the end zone. Lakeview's offense continuing to roll.
Owen Reynolds on the catch and run, the backup quarterback on the receiving end. And it's 38-6. Lakeview will go for 2. Apparently, Blake Reddick has seen enough of the extra points tonight.
Yeah.
Backs are in the eye. Zackrell under center for the first time tonight. Turn, give to Boer. Boer over the right side. He is hit and driven back. Ball comes out at the end of the play. The conversion fails. But Lakeview adds to the lead, a 7-play, 55-yard drive. It used 2:53. Lakeview in command. We'll have more second quarter action after this on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
The Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners, honoring our past, expanding our future. 2 firms coming together to serve clients in Grove City, Western PA, and beyond. Confluence Financial Partners is a wealth management firm on a mission to help clients maximize their lives and legacies. Visit us. Confluence Wealth Services Inc. DBA Confluence Financial Partners is an SEC registered investment advisor. Registration of an investment advisor does not imply any level of skill or training. Please refer to our Form ADD Part 2A for CRS with further information regarding our investment services and their corresponding risks at confluencefp.com.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners. 2 firms united to serve you. Visit us at confluencefp.com.
Lakeview to kick off with 3:10 to go in the half. Franklin 1 timeout remaining. 3 timeouts on the board for Lakeview should the Sailors need to take one. Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch with you tonight. Chris, hard to believe it's Week 10. It seems like just yesterday that we were setting up at Sharpsville in Week 1 for that Sharpsville and Girard game.
It really does.
And now here we are tonight. 9 weeks later, we're bringing down the curtain on the 2024 regular season.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. A lot of always excitement this time of year for us as we start to kind of speculate on the playoff brackets and all that.
Husband's kick. It hits one of the up men, and he will fall on it for Franklin right at the 46-yard line, as that was Anthony Martin, who was in the right place at the right time. And Franklin will have the ball at the 45-yard line. 3:10 to go. Ample time for the Knights to get something going before halftime.
Yeah, good job by Martin there. He doesn't mess around, doesn't try to do anything he can't do, just falls on the ball and maintains possession for his team.
And sometimes with young players, of course, Martin's a freshman, they try to do too much.
Right. Oh, yeah, here's my turn. No, it's not. Your turn to fall on the ball.
Weimer will line up to the left of the quarterback, Carey on the shotgun. Receivers to either side, wing to the right. Carey back to pass, throwing it on the slant downfield. Incomplete. Lynch, the tight end, and the receiver, Wilmoth, both in the same area.
Yeah.
Lynch incomplete.
Not sure who was intended for. Either way, it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 with 3:07 to go in the half.
Just accumulating some scores for us.
Chris will have those at halftime with a Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update on a somewhat limited schedule in Week 10.
Yeah.
But some interesting scores
interesting.
tonight.
Yeah, interesting. Non-region action.
Teams maybe helping their playoff seeding out, or maybe getting in, or maybe getting out, if you will.
Right.
2nd and 10. Carey drops the snap. He'll pick it up, try to run around the left side. He's going to be snowed under. Owen Reynolds had the initial contact. Carey got away from him. But then the rest of the cavalry came in. We saw Scheide in there, Johnson as well. It will be a loss of 5 on the sack.
Yeah. I mean, Carey's got an absolute cannon for an arm, but when he has to try to, kind of improvise and run around back there and kind of Fran Tarkington, it really breaks down quick.
3rd and 15 for the Knights. They are 2 for 7 on third down tonight. Both of their first downs have come on third down. 12 on the play clock. Back to pass is Carey. Carey steps up. Carey lob it downfield and off the hands of Lynch, incomplete. He had some running room.
Yeah.
But it will be fourth down.
I tell you what, give Luke Scheide credit there. He was kind of up in Carey's grill as he tried to make that pass. So
will be fourth down, and the punt unit comes out for Franklin. Ritchie's only punt of the night was a 45-yarder. First time Franklin lined up in punt formation, there was a bad snap, and it ended up resulting in a big loss and golden field position for Lakeview, which the Sailors quickly took advantage of. It's Leighton Zackrell and Boer deep back inside the 20-yard line. Franklin runs out the 11th man. Play clock at 2. Snap is high. It is over his head. Ritchie picks it up, and now he will get the kick away.
Oh, my.
High spinner, hits the 35, takes a huge bounce downfield to the 25 to the 20, and it will trickle out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Connor Ritchie, a 41-yard punt, bailed out his team once again.
How about that? It's just going to go into the books as a 41-yard punt, but he had to do some magician work to get to the position, and then he just crocked it. Unbelievable.
Turns out to be probably net 65, 70 yards in field position.
Unbelievable.
From where he he kicked it from back near his 20, 25-yard line and goes all the way down to the 20.
Under duress, to say the least.
We'll call it officially a 40-yarder, but Connor Ritchie pinning Lakeview back at its own 20. Sailors do have 3 timeouts remaining. Franklin with 1. Leighton Zackrell wide to the right, 3 receivers to the left on the wide side of the field. Leighton Zackrell back to pass. Looking, throwing it downfield, and it's caught by Skiles at the 40. Skiles upfield, stiff arms the man to the 50, and Grigsby will bring him down in Franklin territory. Pickup of 33 yards for Blake Skiles on his second catch of the night.
Yeah, Skiles, he made a great move down the sideline to get open and then just crossed through the middle of the field. Another great pass by Zackrell. He's got it going tonight.
40th catch of the season for Skiles. He's also over 700 yards on the season now. Give him 714. Caught his 7th touchdown pass of the season earlier tonight. 1st and 10 at the 47. 3 receivers to the left, and Leighton Zackrell, quarterback draw over the right side. Zackrell to the 40. Zackrell up the alley to the 30. Zackrell knocked out of bounds by Lynch near the 25-yard line. Mark him out at the 26-yard line. Did a nice job of avoiding the long jump pit as well.
Yeah.
Pickup of 21.
I thought he was going to get knocked into it.
And they'll move it back a yard. So officially 20 yards for Zackrell. Zackrell now is accounted for 231 total yards tonight. 176 passing and now 55 rushing on 5 carries.
I was hoping to say 22 yards in a cloud of dust, but I'll just have to.
Yeah, but you were close. Well, they could still run that way. Right. There's still a lot of football. Somebody could end up in the long jump pit tonight.
Right.
1st and 10 at the 27. Throw it left side for Boer, incomplete.
Pass intended for
Go to the far side. That's, of course, the long and triple jump pit here at Lakeview's on the front stretch.
Yeah.
That pass went towards the back stretch on the other side. It's 2nd down and 10. Clock stops with 1:37 to go in the first half. Of course, last night, a team that we saw Lakeview play earlier this year, Reynolds. Reynolds closed the season last night. A 50-35 loss to Union AC Valley out of District 9.
Wow.
50-35. What a, I mean, just back and forth all night. I was getting updates on it. And
that's crazy.
The Falcon Knights.
Yeah, they must be pretty good.
Yeah, they've got, some guys can do some things. 2nd and 10, Zackrell. Left side is going to be caught by Boer. Boer upfield, splits one defender, and then is able to keep his balance and get down to about the 15-yard line. Looked like he was going to be stopped well short of the first down marker.
Right.
But on second effort, he'll pick up 12. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 15. Lakeview back into the McCandless Ford red zone.
Yeah, gets the first down, gets him into the McCandless red zone. And great individual effort.
And Lakeview will take the first of its 3 timeouts. 1 minute, 22 seconds to go in the half. We'll take it with the Sailors. They're knocking on the door, leading 38-6 here on Sports Radio 96.7.
I just bought a used car.
As did I.
Mine has a slight dent in the driver's side door and a few other minor scratches, but hey, considering the deal I got, I can live with a few imperfections.
Well, I got the great price. Imperfections.
Whoa, there's no way that's used.
DK Auto LLC is a veteran-owned and operated used car dealership in Grove City. And with DK Auto's attention to detail, were it not, you swear you're driving new. See the amazing selections at DKAutoLLCPA.com.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners. Two firms united to serve you. Visit us at confluencefp.com.
And we are back here on Sports Radio 96.7. Ryan Briggs, Chris Burtch with you. 1st and 10 for Lakeview at the 15-yard line of Franklin with 1:22 to go in the half. Carson Boitnott wide to the right. Leighton Zackrell in the shotgun brings the man in motion. That's Skiles. Zackrell rolling right. Throws it right side. Caught by Skiles at the 10. Skiles to the 5. Skiles, did he get in? Did he stay in?
Did. Yeah.
Yes, touchdown. Blake Skiles, his second touchdown catch of the night, and Lakeview adds to the lead.
Yeah, I mean, heck of a collision there in the end, right at the marker. But Skiles was able to kind of bounce to the inside of the pylon and gets in there for another Lakeview touchdown.
I think there was, again, a little confusion there, but the official in the middle of the field was the one who signaled touchdown, which normally doesn't happen, but that official was the only one who really had the best angle.
Yeah, he had the angle to see that he got to the inside of the pylon after that pretty loud collision.
So it is 44-6. That drive, 5 plays, 80 yards. It used exactly 1 minute. Julian Zackrell wide to the left. Skiles slot left. Boitnott wide to the right. Boer motions from wing right. Goes right to left. Leighton Zackrell out of the shotgun. Rolling left. Now back to his right. Bounces off one man, then he will be pancaked down back near the 9-yard line, and the conversion fails. But Lakeview adds to the lead on the touchdown pass from Zackrell to Skiles. The third time they've connected tonight. 2 times Skiles receiving, 1 time Zackrell receiving. 44-6 with 1:11 to go in the half. We'll take a quick timeout and come back with a kick on Sports Radio 96.7.
Refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners. Two firms united to serve you. Visit us at confluencefp.com.
1 minute, 11 seconds to go in the first half. Lakeview to kick off. Johnny Husband has been a busy young man doing the kicking off here in the first half.
Yeah. It's just an absolute offensive outpouring here by this Lakeview offense, as they have done it in so many different ways. To the outside with the jet sweep, passing. Really impressive night.
Husband's kick to the near side, fielded at the 22-yard line, upfield to the 30 to the 35. That's Isaac Grigsby. And he is going to be brought down shy of the 40-yard line. Pretty good starting field position for the Knights. They have 1:06 with which to work. 1 timeout and a very good kicker in Connor Ritchie.
Yeah. Isaac Grigsby. He sounds that's a would have been a perfect name for the Gatsby. He seems like one of the guys that would have been hanging out with Gatsby.
Well, there have been some Gatsbys at Lakeview over the years. So a lot of people tuned in on Facebook tonight. Saw a comment from a guy who was a pretty good lineman for the Steelers, Brennan Malone.
I see.
He likes what he's seen from the guys in the black, red, and white tonight. So glad that everybody could tune in tonight. We have Cole Kudiak running our camera tonight, doing a great job. 1st and 10 at the 39. Carry out of the pistol, rolling right. Looking, sending the ball downfield, and it is going to be tipped incomplete. Intended for Liam Grigsby downfield. Coverage by Leighton Zackrell and Skiles. It is incomplete, 2nd and 10 with 58 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, another good shot there of Jason Carey's arm. He finally had some time there, just a little bit of a rollout, let it rip. Probably, about 40 yards in the air.
No, it certainly had a lot of heat on it.
Yeah.
But falls incomplete. Carey now 4 of 14 for 44 yards.
Yeah, a lot of those. A lot of those 10 incompletions have been under major duress.
That time he had time. You could see when he has time that he can, as you said, he can cut it loose.
Yep.
Weimer the deep back on 2nd and 10, throwing it downfield and incomplete. Lynch did not turn around for it as he ran up
he was
the
so
far hash mark.
He was wide open. Yeah.
And now 3rd and 10, of course, with Carey's missed quite a bit of time this year. He came back last week against Oil City, but we just again moving guys around. Just the continuity just isn't there at all times.
You have to have it at that position too, right? I mean, that's and you can really see. I mean, you look at Lakeview's offense, just in complete command of things. It's because they've had a guy at quarterback for every snap, at least every snap that they wanted him there.
3rd and 10 for Franklin from the 39-yard line. Back to pass Carey under pressure. Gets a block from his fullback Weimer. Carey on the run, unloads, throws a duck downfield, and it is incomplete. It looked like a punt hanging up there. Wilmoth and Lynch were both there, and the time that one came out of his hand funny.
Yeah, I mean, it came out of his hand funny because he had he was absolutely getting all kinds of pressure from Lakeview defenders.
Ritchie to punt with 45 seconds to go in the half. And it will be Boitnott going back for this punt along with Leighton Zackrell. Ritchie's averaged 42.5 yards on his 2 punts tonight.
Zackrell and Boitnott back deep for Lakeview.
Snap was a good one. Ritchie puts a charge into this one. It's a line drive that hits the 35. Boitnott fields it on the hop at the 23. Boitnott upfield to the 30. Boitnott to the 35. And he will drag a couple of tacklers upfield to the 40-yard line. Carson Boitnott, not normally a guy we see back there running back punts, but gets a chance to audition, and nice run back.
Yeah, real nice run back, yeah. Scooped, certainly a ball that had a little bit of heat on it. You don't realize, from the stands, if you never actually see one, what a ball that's, a football that's going across kind of on a straight bounce like that, full speed, what that looks like. That's really hard to catch. And, he scooped it up well. And
you never know when you're going to get that high hop, too.
Right, yeah.
It might be like if you're bouncing a round ball, whether it's a tennis ball, a softball, baseball, whatever.
Right.
You bounce it, bump, bump, bump. The football hit, it might go boom, 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 and that rockets up and hits you in the head, or it stays down.
Right.
But Boitnott returns the 41-yard punt, 22 yards, out to the 42-yard line. 33 seconds to go in the half. Leighton Zackrell out of the shotgun, back to pass. Zackrell sending the ball downfield, looking for Boitnott, and incomplete. A diving attempt made by the cornerback Grigsby. He was the closest man to it. It falls incomplete, and it will be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you can see they were just going to let Zackrell let it rip there. And just good coverage out there by Grigsby.
And 1 second came off the game clock.
Ball comes back to the Sailor 40.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line. Call it the 43 officially.
It's like Matrix time. Yeah, you can see that's the
I think they're going to put some time on there. Referee Rick Witten comes over and going to take a few more seconds off.
Yeah.
And 29, 28. No, stop at 28.
Okay.
So 2nd down and 10 now for Lakeview as the Sailors break the huddle. Working on the near right hash mark away from the scoreboard here. Moving in an easterly direction, west to east, the orientation of the field. It was dark when we started, so we didn't have the sun tonight.
Yeah.
Reynolds in motion from right to left. High snap, bobbled by Leighton Zackrell. He comes up with it. Now he's in trouble. Circles back out the back door around the right side. Zackrell upfield to the 50. Gets a block from Boitnott to the 40. Down to the 36-yard line. Zackrell on a busted play.
Yeah.
And Boynton came close to maybe a block in the back, but
Yeah.
it was a legal one.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
And it's 1st and 10 at the 35.
Yeah, he did a really good job kind of picking his spot. You could see him kind of calculating that.
Ball spotted at
And
the Franklin
Zackrell
35-yard line.
Zackrell
First
showing
down,
off the
Lakeview.
unbelievable wheels once again.
Picks up 22. Lakeview over 400 yards in the first half. Zackrell downfield to Skiles will add to that total. Skiles to the 20. Skiles down to the 15-yard line.
Pass complete to Skiles.
Skiles makes the catch. He's brought down at the 15.
Timeout taken on the field.
And Lakeview will take its second timeout with 6 seconds to go in the first half. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 15. Time for maybe 2 plays, but
yeah.
Interesting to see what the Sailors do here.
Yeah.
As they have it 1st and 10 at the 15.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly get the feeling that there's going to be obviously some substitution and things like that in this second half, as it'll already be on a rolling clock.
Yeah.
So yeah, set something up here, and
of course the thing is neither team has an
hey,
exceptionally
that's
large
true.
roster.
That's true, right? Yeah.
I mean, so there certainly will be some sub, but there's,
Right.
you can only, I mean,
right.
The teams don't have necessarily a full
second
group of 5 linemen or
Yeah, right.
3-4 receivers to go in. So it'll be a mix and match, no doubt.
Right.
You would expect in the second half. And if you're Lakeview, also trying to work, maybe in a playoff game,
Right.
Lakeview might be in a situation where you have to get this to tie a game or win a game or in
Absolutely.
overtime, something
Right.
of that sort.
No question. That's what they're doing. Yep, for sure.
1st and 10 at the 15. Zackrell will be on the shotgun. Remember, 1 timeout still for Lakeview. Zackrell back to pass. Throws it near side. Caught by Boynton at the 10. Boynton to the 5. Boynton is stacked up and knocked out of bounds as time expires in the first half. And that will end the first half. Lakeview gets into the McCandless Ford red zone, but will come up 4 yards short. But that's about the only way that the Sailors will come up short in the first half.
Yep.
As they go to the locker room leading 44-6. And the Lakeview Sailors, they are sending, I think, a message to everybody else in District 10 1A tonight.
Yeah, they sure are. As you can see the coaches going by us, letting us know that that's exactly what they're doing. As good to really just about a perfect first half for this Lakeview team, as they're showing off all of the weapons.
And we will recap that first half when we come back. It is Lakeview 44, Franklin 6. You're listening to high school football on your home for high school football all season long, Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
We're team at Confluence Financial Partners. Knowing our past, expanding our future. 2 firms coming together to serve clients in Grove City, Western PA, and beyond. Confluence Financial Partners is a wealth management firm on a mission to help clients maximize their lives and legacies. Visit us at confluencefp.com. Confluence Wealth Services Inc. DBA Confluence Financial Partners is an SEC registered investment advisor. Registration of an investment advisor does not imply any level of skill or training. Please refer to our Form ADV Part 2A and Form CRS for further information regarding our investment services and their corresponding risks at confluencefp.com.
It's Jack here from the Bellway Express here in Car Wash of Grove City. It's that time of year again. Buy one, get one free windshield wiper sale. You heard correct. VOCO windshield wiper sale with any of our Valvoline full-service oil change through the end of the year. So get ready for old man winter today before he arrives. VOCO windshield wiper sale through December 31st. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
Score big with a new checking account at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. At the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, you get a free checking account that offers no minimum balance, no monthly service fees, and unlimited transactions. Download their mobile app and you can get 24/7 account access and remote deposit. See them at one of their 2 locations in Grove City or online at gcafcu.org. Member NCUA, Equal Housing and Equal Opportunity Lender. Open a checking account now and score 4 tickets to a local high school sports event. Call for details.
Since 1925, the Shenango Valley has relied on one name for all their insurance needs, Mailer Insurance. Through generations of trust, Mailer Insurance protected families, homes, and businesses, providing security in uncertain times. From auto and home to life and business, Mailer Insurance got you covered. Call Mailer Insurance today at 724-962-5757 for a free consultation, or visit them at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. A Reinhardt's Agency Inc. affiliate.
Score big with a new checking account at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. At the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, you get a free checking account that offers no minimum balance, no monthly service fees, and unlimited transactions. Download their mobile app and you can get 24/7 account access and remote deposit. See them at one of their 2 locations in Grove City or online at gcafcu.org. Member NCUA, Equal Housing and Equal Opportunity Lender. Open a checking account now and score 4 tickets to a local high school sports event. Call for details.
The halftime show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
Back here at halftime,
This time I'd like to introduce
the Lakeview Sailors leading Franklin 44-6, along with Chris Burtch. I'm Ryan Briggs. We have Art Shannon in the studio producing our game. Cole Kudelik is on the camera tonight for our Facebook 96.7 video watchers. Or perhaps you're listening via the iHeart app or on Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook. So glad you could tune in. And if you're a Lakeview fan, Chris, you have to love what you saw in the first half.
Almost a perfect senior night, right? You got certainly an opponent who is has a decent reputation in Franklin, and a 4A school coming in, and you're playing them, and Lakeview has come out here kind of with the attitude like we are the underdogs here. And they've also come out with the attitude that we need to win this game to make sure that we get into the playoffs and extend this season for the seniors. And they have played with an energy that I'd be hard pressed to say that I've ever seen better. And the offensive execution has been incredible. And they are just out here having about as much fun as you can have in a football game.
446 yards and 20 first downs in the first half. Those are great nights for a game. That's great stats for a game.
Oh my, yeah. Oh
but,
yeah.
The Sailors putting that up, and they have a 44-6 lead. When we come back, we'll recap the scoring. We'll have the stats, and Chris will have the lock, stock, and barrel halftime update. All that and much, much more right here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Are you or a loved one looking for a senior living residence offering independent living and personal care? Then the Heritage at St. Paul's Senior Living Community in Greenville is right for you. The Heritage offers private apartments that provide the comforts of home with as little or as much personal care as you need. St. Paul's makes it easy to feel at home. Call 724-588-7610 or visit stpauls1867.org today for more information or to schedule a tour.
Unlock your business potential with Hermitage Minuteman Press. From eye-catching designs to professional printing, Hermitage Minuteman Press are your local experts. Boost your brand with stunning business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. The Hermitage Minuteman Press team ensures top-quality results with lightning-fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemanpress.com or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order.
I just bought a used car.
As did I.
Mine has a slight dent in the driver's side door and a few other minor scratches, but hey, considering the deal I got, I can live with a few imperfections.
Well, I got the great price without the imperfections.
Whoa, there's no way that's used.
DK Auto LLC is a veteran-owned and operated used car dealership in Grove City. And with DK Auto's attention to detail, were it not for the title, you swear you're driving new. See the amazing selections at DKAutoLLCPA.com.
Score big with a new checking account at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. At the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, you get a free checking account that offers no minimum balance, no monthly service fees, and unlimited transactions. Download their mobile app and you can get 24/7 account access and remote deposit. See them at one of their 2 locations in Grove City or online at gcafcu.org. Member NCUA, Equal Housing and Equal Opportunity Lender. Open a checking account now and score 4 tickets to a local high school sports event. Call for details.
Ken Frenchak here from the Velvet Express Care and Car Wash at Grove City. It's that time of year again. Buy one, get one free windshield wiper sale. You heard correct. Voco windshield wiper sale with any of our Valvoline full-service oil change through the end of the year. So get ready for Old Man Winter today before he arrives. Voco windshield wiper sale through December 31st. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
The halftime show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
Back here at Lakeview High School is the Franklin High School Marching Band, the Black Knight Band, entertaining this nice crowd here tonight on senior night. Lakeview with a 44-6 lead. The scoring recap in this one, Lakeview scored 26 points in the first quarter. It started at the 8-11 mark. Leighton Zackrell, 10-yard touchdown run, capping an 8-play, 55-yard drive. It used 3:49. Extra point blocked. It was 6-0 Lakeview. And after Franklin turned it over on downs at its own 42, Blake Skiles catches a 42-yard pass from Leighton Zackrell on the only play of the drive. Zackrell's 2-point pass, no good, but Lakeview had a 12-0 lead with 6:05 to go first quarter. The lead grew to 18-0, pardon me. Skiles scored from 19 yards out at the 4:02 mark. Extra point, no good. A one-play, 19-yard drive that used 9 seconds. And then with a minute to go in the quarter, Braden Boer, 46-yard touchdown catch from Leighton Zackrell. Zackrell then the 2-point run, and that made it 26-0. That was the third straight one-play scoring drive for Lakeview, as the first touchdown drive was 8 plays. The next 3 were combined 3, using 30 seconds total.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So it's 26-0 after 1. And then the lead grows in the second quarter. Zackrell on the receiving end. Skiles throws a 24-yard touchdown pass to Zackrell. Extra point, no good. It was 32-0 at 8:41 of the second quarter. The drive, 7 plays, 86 yards, and it used 3:13. Franklin gets on the board at 6:12 of the second quarter. Caden Mincer scores from 1 yard out. That was an unusual exchange to give Franklin possession at the 19 in the McCandless Ford red zone, as Skiles intercepted quarterback Jason Carey, but Jaden Wilmoth knocked the ball loose. Franklin recovers the ball at the 19, and 4 plays later, Mincer scores from 1 yard out. He also had a big catch on the drive. That made it 32-6, a 2-point pass, no good. Lakeview then scores twice in a 2-minute span. Owen Reynolds, 25-yard catch and run from Zackrell at the 3:10 mark to make it 38-6, a 2-point rush failed. And then with a minute 11 to go in the half, Skiles a 15-yard reception from Zackrell, 2-point run, no good. That was a 5-play, 80-yard drive that used exactly 1 minute. And 44-6 is the score at the half. So Lakeview scoring 7 times tonight, and the drives, doing some quick night, 7:32, 11 and a half minutes of possession time on the 7 touchdown drives.
Touchdowns. Wow.
11:33 officially.
So it's not even 2 minutes per drive. That's pretty amazing. Yeah.
Looking at some team numbers here. Lakeview in the first half, 188 rushing yards, 258 passing yards, 446 yards on 34 plays. The Sailors with 20 first downs. Franklin minus 15 rushing yards, 44 passing yards. The Knights 29 yards on 32 plays. Franklin with 2 first downs. For Lakeview, individual numbers, quarterback Leighton Zackrell, 10 of 15, 234 yards, 4 touchdowns. Blake Skiles, 101 for 24 yards and a touchdown that went to Zackrell. Skiles, 4 catches, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. Braden Boer, 3 catches, 68 yards and a score. Carson Boitnott, 2 catches for 31 yards. Owen Reynolds, a 25-yard catch that went to the end zone. And Leighton Zackrell, a 24-yard touchdown catch. Zackrell, 6 carries, 77 yards and a score. Skiles, 5 attempts for 42 yards. Shell, 3 carries, 38 yards. Boer, 2 carries, 23 yards. And Johnny Husband, who got the start at fullback tonight, 2 carries for 8 yards. On the Franklin side, quarterback Jason Carey, 4 of 16 for 44 yards. Jaden Wilmoth, 3 catches, 25 yards. Caden Mincer, 1 catch for 19 yards. Mincer, 10 attempts for 13 yards and a touchdown for Franklin. Lakeview, 1 penalty for 10 yards. Franklin, 1 flag for 15. Each team has turned it over once. And third downs, Lakeview, 1 of 3. Franklin is 2 for 9. It is 44-6. Lakeview with the halftime lead. And Chris, you ready?
I'm ready.
Chris is ready.
Yeah.
It is time for the final regular season edition of the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update, brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel in Sharpsville. Open 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday in the Sharpsville Plaza. And Chris, I will hand the baton to you.
I don't know if you feel this way, Ryan, but there's a lot of times where we have a week 10 and the games are like almost paltry. But there's no region games tonight. But there's a lot of just interesting matchups tonight. And Sharon is up 28-3 on that opponent from West Virginia, Brook. That's a halftime score. Slippery Rock, because you said it was a blocked punt. Okay, yeah. So Slippery Rock is up 7-0 on Mercer at the half. Cathedral Prep up 7-0 on Farrell at the half. Conneaut, again, trying to win their way maybe into the 3A tournament. They're up 14-0 on Girard. That was a late second quarter score. Seneca putting the wood to Maplewood. It is 21-0 Seneca over Maplewood. Harbor Creek, I think they're going to hang on to the bridge. They're up 42-0 on Iroquois. So Harbor Creek's a good team. Erie is one. That gets the first final of the night. Erie High beat Meadville 44-7. The Royals finished 5-5, first 500 or better season for that program since 2017. I always like to see them do well. Northeast is up 7-0 on Warren. Northwestern up 8-7 on Sagertown. Maybe a game that is mildly interesting to the Lakeview folks as far as playoff seeding.
Yeah, of course, Sagertown defeated Lakeview this year 31-29, so you'd have to reason thinking that that Sagertown will be ahead of Lakeview. I mean, you can't put you just
head-to-head matters.
Yeah, and because with the record so close, the one thing if there'd been an upset, 9-1 or whatever,
right?
But one thing I think maybe to keep in mind here again, and there are a lot of variables certainly in the District 10. The hierarchy will put their heads together over the weekend and hash out some things. One of the other teams in the 1A draw is Eisenhower, and I know you're going to get to their score in a few minutes. Okay, Eisenhower played Franklin this year. Franklin won that one in overtime 40-34. So again, as you start looking at common opponents and so forth over the course of as things go on, of course, I believe Eisenhower has a win over Sagertown early in the season.
Right.
I mean, so as you evaluate everything, this game here could be one that would get Lakeview into the playoffs and perhaps move them up in the pecking order instead of being a 7, maybe a 6 or so.
That's huge too. I mean, we don't like to speculate like this, but if you're 7, you play Greenville.
Yes.
If you're 6, you play Cambridge Springs.
Whom Lakeview played here last week, lost 22-12, but Lakeview had its chances.
They had a chance, right? So that's a monster difference. Yeah, Greenville was up 20-0 on Eisenhower in the second quarter. I'm sure that score is different by now, but it looked like Greenville had that game well in hand.
The Trojans looking to go to 9-1, winning the region title last week, Region 2. And that's a non-league game. Trojans on a roll. Likely the number 2 seed, Wilmington, which defeated Greenville in the opener. Wilmington we project as the number 1 seed at 6-2. Hounds were supposed to play Karnes City tonight. That game was scrapped. Karnes City had a league makeup with St. Mary's that was thunderstormed out back in early September. So the Hounds are off tonight as they will get some rest and recovery and maybe play next week, maybe not. Depends on. It looks like the way things shaking out, the Hounds may have a bye to the semifinals.
How about that? Yeah. So they're gonna go into what, week 12 with 8 games.
Yes.
Is my math right? Yeah. So,
because they did not play in week 10. They had an open date during the season as well.
Right.
Just because the way the schedule worked out, they didn't have an opponent. And then likely, very possibly, we'll say a quarterfinal bye. But one of the stranger things, the team will be in the semifinals with 8 games. I mean, that was like we saw in the COVID year.
Yeah, COVID year. I was just thinking that. Yeah. So. Yeah, and one other thing, Briggsy, about the A tournament or the 1A tournament that might Lakeview beat Northwestern, right?
Way back when, yes, early in the season.
Yeah, so if Northwestern beats Sagertown, that may factor in there as Northwestern is up now 8-7.
I mean, all those things that certainly could factor into. Although the head-to-head with
head-to-head is everything, right?
Yeah,
but trumps again, everything. Yeah,
but when you start getting it, you start
triangulation.
It's certainly that would be something that would if you had the old balance scales, that'd be a little. You put a little nugget on the Lakeview side, a little piece of a little talent of silver on there. But Chris, I know you have some more scores for us.
Yeah. Actually, the only one I missed, I think, was Northeast was up on Warren, Northwestern up 8-7 on Sagertown, and Greenville up 20-0 on Ike. So that was it. I was almost done when we got to talking about the 1A tournament.
Intriguing game tonight.
Oh yeah.
It's an inter-district game. But I think it's one that certainly
yes.
For our local teams in Class 2A, Farrell and Sharpsville of a potential opponent down the road who's had a great year and is having a pretty good night on the road tonight.
It's amazing, right? So your 2A, your Central Clarion, you go on the road to play 6A Butler, and Central Clarion is up 14-6 on Butler. And let's obviously we're not going to sell anybody that Butler is North Allegheny or anything, but they're still a 6A team with a 6A roster, well coached. So for Central Clarion to go in there, and if they can hang on and get that win, that would be huge.
And Central Clarion in 2A, the favorite in District 9, and maybe the favorite in the West in 2A this year. Certainly, Farrell giving Cathedral Prep a good battle tonight. You can certainly not discount them or Sharpsville, who played Farrell very tough a few weeks back over at the Pegues Sports Complex. But that Central Clarion team leading at Butler at the break, 14-6. And here our halftime score: Lakeview leading Franklin 44-6.
Just a quick update too, Briggsy, on that Cathedral Prep Farrell game. That is a great defensive battle. There's only about 7.5 minutes left in that game. Prep just missed a 38-yard field goal, but they still hang on to a 7-0 lead on Farrell. I guess in the second quarter of that one, Farrell had a 7+ minute drive that stalled out inside the 10. So that's just a great battle up there. I think both teams will get better from that.
Cathedral Prep in 5A will play DuBois next week in the PIAA sub-regional due to the there aren't many 5A teams in Northwest Pennsylvania or Districts 9, 10, and so forth. So those teams will play next week, and Prep still leading Farrell. And that game is on 790 WPIC, as well as on our Facebook page, Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook. Mark Slazak and Bob Greenberg have the call from Erie for that one. Chris and I will take our final halftime break. We will come back with the third quarter of this one. Lakeview looking to close out the regular season with the win. Sailors will kick off to start the second half. Right here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Our team at Confluence Financial Partners, honoring our past, expanding our future. Two firms coming together to serve clients in Grove City, Western PA, and beyond. Confluence Financial Partners is a wealth management firm on a mission to help clients maximize their lives and legacies. Visit us at confluenceft.com. Confluence Wealth Services Inc. DBA Confluence Financial Partners is an SEC-registered investment advisor. Registration of an investment advisor does not imply any level of skill or training. Please refer to our Form ADD Part 2A Form CRS for further information regarding our investment services and their corresponding risk at confluenceft.com.
The drug landscape has changed. Illegal fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. A synthetic opioid, up to 50 times stronger than heroin, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, smell it, or taste it. Know the dangers.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop overdose. Brought to you by the Heritage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
From the Shell Restoration Studios at shellrestoration.com. This is Sports Radio 96.7. Sports Radio 96.7. WLLF FM Mercer, a Cumulus media station. The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
We are back here at Lakeview High School. The teams have returned to the field for their stretching and calisthenics, getting ready for the start of the second half. Lakeview at home tonight in the black jerseys, white numbers and letters, white pants, a little bit of red trim for the Sailors. Franklin on the road, white tops, white pants, black numbers and letters outlined in red, red and black trim, black helmets for the Franklin Knights. Don't forget, tomorrow here on Sports Radio 96.7, Coach's Corner, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., George Abraham and Albert Campman. They will be on recapping all of tonight's action. Another big weekend in college football tomorrow. Of course, Penn State at Wisconsin tomorrow night. Pitt, a big win, as you heard here on Sports Radio 96.7 last night. 7-0 for the first time since 1982. And that's they're having the Panthers having a great year. Big win over Syracuse last night. I know you're a Cuse fan, Chris. Sorry, that was not intentional.
No, that was definitely not a Cuse fan last night. That's that was 3 pick sixes for Pitt. That was a heck of a night for the Panthers. So They got a defense, you know. They've had some good offenses over the years, but it looks like they really have a defense this year.
And a quarterback too, Eli Holstein, doing great. But the coaches, Coach Abraham and Coach Campman, they'll be on 9 to 11 talking about all those games, and that's upcoming tomorrow here on Sports Radio 96.7. Monday night pick sports line with Bob Greenberg and Mark Slazak. Hugh Ringer's on he's on the injured list right now.
Okay.
But looking, Hugh, if you're listening tonight, hope you're feeling better. Looking forward to having you back in the studio soon to be able to keep Bob straight. Certainly.
Yeah, really. He's unchecked without you, Hugh.
He is, and Mark and Bob, they'll be talking about, of course, the Pittsburgh Steelers play Monday night. So that's always the unusual, more of a preview than a review, but that'll be a lot of fun with Mark and Bob. They will recap Week 10 of the high school football season. They'll no doubt touch on Pitt and other college football stuff, high school pros, and we'll have the final pigskin pick'em standings as well, which I will smile like a slit water
I was
over.
just going to say, my partner here, certainly with the inside track here as we wind up Week 10 to get the bring home the gold trophy.
But you were a winner last week though too, winning as the champion of the week. Your name was drawn for the $25 gift card from Vase over in Hermitage.
Yeah.
So
I am excited about using that.
Yeah, so that's every week. If you enter in the Pigskin Pick'em, of course, this is the final week for it. But whoever wins or is eligible for the drawing, and this year our panelists are eligible for it. And so Chris last week went 7-0. One of 17 names are in the hat.
Yeah.
And your name was drawn. So congratulations on a fine week and winning the gift card from our friends at Vase as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's exciting. I obviously love Vase, and next time I am in the Valley, that's where I'm eating.
So I don't know. I will merely just have bragging rights. So although if I walk into Vase and say that was a pigskin pig, they'll give me maybe a napkin or something. But
that to me, like having you've won it a couple times before, of course.
No, I haven't.
A couple times. Really?
Okay. I got jobbed the 1 year out of it, but that's another. We might get to that in the fourth quarter, but all involved a forfeit. But anyway,
right. Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah, you've heard about it on a lot of car rides for several years. But tonight,
it's what's enjoyable about winning that is how much it means to some other people.
Oh yeah. The fact that Bob didn't win.
That's it. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's what we think. It's like Well, we like Bob a lot, but we like to. But we like beating him.
He's competitive.
Oh yeah, no doubt. He plays to win. He's like Herm Edwards. Lakeview will kick off to begin the second half. Johnny Husband has it teed up in the middle of the field and sends a worm burner down the middle. It bounces off of Wilmoth. Grigsby, will go back to his own 16 and fall on the bouncing football, and Franklin will be marooned deep in its own end to start the second half.
Yeah, I keep thinking about what you said, Ryan, about the depth. As I mean, this is obviously a lopsided game, 44-6 here as we start the third quarter. Running clock already, but still, the starters are going to have to play. At least a lot of them are, just simply because of the numbers.
Probably expect to see maybe a series or two.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you still have to keep guys sharp for playoffs. Yep. Can't risk injury. But again, when you're dressing 22, 23 guys.
I mean, there's got to be 11 people out on the field, So, I mean, there's got to be some guys out there.
Clock is stopped at 11:58, and then it will get rolling here momentarily. And Franklin will come out in the pistol. And the give will be to Caden Mincer up the gut. Mincer will get a yard on the first offensive play of the third quarter. Mincer came in 779 yards this year, the sophomore, approaching now 800 for the season. And certainly, Mincer and some other guys with the Grigsbys and Freddie Blackhurst, who's injured tonight.
Right.
A lot of young linemen. The Knights are they are getting a strong foundation in place.
Yeah, they got a junior wide receiver, a freshman wide receiver. Yeah, so right.
Pass downfield, and it's caught by Wilmoth. Nice grab, reaching behind him, gets out to the 25, and then is driven back by the Lakeview defense as Leighton Zackrell from his free safety spot brings him down. But Wilmoth will pick up 8 to the 26.
Yeah. Wilmoth looks like the kind of the prototype NFL slot receiver, right? He's like 5'6", kind of gets in there right in the middle, not afraid to take a shot. Yeah, made a great catch there behind him.
It's be 3rd and a yard for Franklin. Knights were 2 of 9 on 3rd down in the first half. Wilmoth, he's in the slot to the left. And the give is to Mincer, the second man through, the deep back in the pistol. They have 2 backs behind the quarterback, who's 3 yards behind the center. Mincer into the middle of the line, and he is going to be given forward progress out to the 28-yard line, and it will be a first down for the Franklin Knights. Each of their first downs tonight has come via a 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, and I mean, a couple of those early 3rd downs they didn't convert that, gave Lakeview the ball back with all that momentum were really the story of the game.
Carey will now move his fullback Weimer to wing left. Carey back to pass. Has time against a 4-man rush. Carey now being pursued. Carey rolling right. Carey looking to run, throwing it downfield, and is caught on a comeback at the 43-yard line. And making a catch and taking a big hit. That was Wilmoth downfield.
Yeah. Pass is complete to Wilmoth.
Yeah, Wilmoth's a tough kid, right? I mean, we've seen him take some shots and hang on to the football and deliver some shots himself.
Gain of 19 yards to the 47-yard line. Wilmoth's 5th catch of the night for 52 yards.
42, almost 43-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, putting together a nice night.
Weimer will line up as a wing to the right. We talked to Sam's grandfather, Joe Hanna, at halftime.
Okay.
The give is to Mincer up the gut, and he will get out to about the 50-yard line.
Brought down by Boer.
Pickup of 6 on the play for Mincer to the 49-yard line. Of course, Joe one time worked over at the radio center with our Bob Greenberg and his daughter Amy. That's her son Sam. He's lead blocker on this play. Give to Mincer over the left side. Mincer into Lakeview territory to the 45-yard line. Gavin Shell came out of the pile with the ball, and it's going to be a fumble, and they're going to say Lakeview ball.
Yeah, Mincer was really hurting before that play. And I'm not sure that the coaches knew that, and they called his number again, and he just kind of crumbled over here. It's his knee or his ankle, and gave up the football in the meantime. But
Shell comes up with the second takeaway of the night. With 8:58 to go, it will be Lakeview ball working left to right here at home.
2958. 228. 2958.
And don't forget, after the game, Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game, Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game. As we're in the final 2 quarters of the regular season. One more local game tomorrow, by the way. Sharpsville hosting Punxsutawney, 5 p.m. kick at McCracken Field.
That's tomorrow.
That is tomorrow,
Okay.
5 o'clock.
All right.
1st and 10 at the 44. Ball in the near right hash. Boer in motion. Zackrell gives it to Boer. Jet sweeper on the left side. Boer up the alley to the 40. Boer to the 35. Boer will be brought down at the 30-yard line by Lynch. There's a flag back upfield near midfield, however, and it appears that this 26-yard gain is going to be at least partially wiped out.
Yeah, right at the point of attack where he turned it upfield. Flag went out. That's almost,
And there are 2 flags, actually. There's one in the middle of the field and then one over by the numbers on the far side.
Yeah.
So maybe multiple infractions. We'll see. Rick Witten will come over.
Yeah.
He and his crew have
not
had to signal a whole lot tonight.
No, they've been great tonight in this game, and a good crew, good bunch of guys, Mercer County guys.
And it is a hold. The first one's a hold, and then the second one is also a hold. They will decline the first and take the second.
Okay. Yeah, you're right, Briggsy. And these are not, I say this as a compliment. These are not like necessarily guys that are real lenient. Like it's just been a cleanly played game.
So officially a gain of 4, then 10 on the penalty. So it is 1st and 16, at the 38-yard line. 8.5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Leighton Zackrell pumps, throwing it downfield, and it is caught by Boer at the 45, and he'll be brought down immediately. As over to make the tackle is Lynch, who's a little bit slow to get up.
Yeah, I think
Boer's 4th catch of the night.
Yeah, that kind of a tackle is how you hurt your shoulder, and you can kind of see that's. I mean, again, this nobody cares about this. That's probably listening or involved in this game, but this is the kind of game that's a basketball coach's nightmare.
Or the wrestling coach.
Yeah, or the wrestling coach, sure. Yeah, it's like,
Our game on 790 WPIC has gone final.
Wow.
Cathedral Prep and Farrell not getting paid by the hour. Prep winning 7-0 tonight. 2nd and 9 at the 45. Zacro out of the shotgun. Finds Skiles left flat. Skiles cuts upfield to the 50. Skiles off to the races to the 40 to the 35. Cuts back to his right. Skiles to the 20. Skiles to the 15. And we brought down about the 13-yard line. Skiles takes the ball back into the McCandless Ford red zone as he will pick up 42 yards on the catch and run.
It was just some great downfield blocking. And then Skiles, when he got out into the open, forget it. He just turned it into a gear that nobody else has.
We'll give him 41 officially to the 14. Lakeview back into the McCandless Ford red zone. McCandless Ford, Mercer, and Meadville. Skiles last year 5th in the 200 meters at the District 10 Championships at 22.74. Also 4th in the long jump. Wow. 22.5 and a half. Well, if you're going to jump 22 feet, you better have some vertical. You better have some horizontal speed.
Yeah. I don't know if I could do that with a trampoline.
I know I couldn't. Pass downfield incomplete as that one off the chest of Carson Boitnott, who was also hit by Lynch right as the ball got there. Lynch timed that one perfectly. It will be 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
For Boitnott incomplete. Broken up by Lynch.
Of course, after the game, Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game, Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game, and then it's Aaron Biro and Art Shannon with you until 11 o'clock tonight. The Warner's Homes and Improvements 5th quarter scoreboard show. Darren Steele is on assignment this week.
Oh, okay. Is he the one on assignment this week?
He is on assignment, yes.
Okay.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line. Boitnott wide right. Boer's a wing to the right, and Lakeview will have to take the first of its 3 timeouts. 6:08 to go, 3rd quarter. We'll take a break and come back with more 3rd quarter action after this on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
Are you or a loved one looking for a senior living residence offering independent living and personal care? Then the Heritage at St. Paul's Senior Living Community in Greenville is right for you. The Heritage offers private apartments that provide the comforts of home with as little or as much personal care as you need. St. Paul's makes it easy to feel at home. Call 724-588-7610 or visit stpauls1867.org today for more information or to schedule a tour.
The 3rd quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Their coaches this year, Tiffany McJunkin, Kristen.
Back here at Lakeview, Sailors taking a timeout with 6:08 to go, 3rd quarter. A couple of updates. 3rd quarter, Northeast and Warren tied at 14.
Wow, okay.
Warren looking for win number 1. Breathing a little fire tonight.
Yeah, I mean, again, some of these programs, you see them just getting shellacked week after week.
Well, Warren would be that.
Warren would be that.
Hey, I mean,
that's good. It's good to see them competing tonight.
Yeah, and Buffalo St. Francis leads McDowell 28-13 in the 3rd quarter. Sagertown has pulled ahead Northwestern at 21-8.
Wow,
Sagertown, that's a salty team.
Yeah,
they're a dangerous team.
They're a good team. Yep.
Zacro will give it on a counter. That's Johnny Husband. First carry of the 2nd half. Ran it a couple of times in the 1st half, and Johnny Husband will pick up a couple to the 12, bringing up 3rd down and 8 for Lakeview. Sailors are 1 for 3 on 3rd down, but 2 for 2 on 4th down. See what else we can find on the ticker here. Conneaut leading Girard 20-0 in the 3rd quarter. Conneaut, well, big win over Grove City last week. A win over Girard would put the Eagles at 5-5. That would be
right.
That would be huge for Josh Blood's team.
Yeah, and I mean, you'd think if they do decide to go 8, that would them and Harbor Creek, who's crushing Iroquois tonight, would both get in.
3rd and 8 from the 12. Zacro out of the shotgun, rolling right. Leighton Zacro pulls up, dodges a man, throws it into the back of the end zone. Incomplete, intended for Boer. Good coverage by the safety Lynch back there. Boer landed a bit awkwardly. He's up and appears to be okay.
Broken up by Lynch.
But it is 4th and 8 for Lakeview. We approach the 5-minute mark in this 3rd quarter.
It's amazing that Cathedral Prep Farrell game is over. Wow. I mean, this game has not, we've had some slow ones this year, but this has not been over. Yeah. So Cathedral Prep getting the 7-0 win over Farrell. So good showing for the Steelers. I know that nobody in Farrell thinks that way, but
no, when you look at what Cathedral Prep has done this year and done historically.
Yeah.
4th and 8 for Lakeview at the 12-yard line. Franklin showing blitz. Zacro back to pass. Zacro into the end zone. Tipped. Incomplete. Looking for Boitnott. Grigsby got a hand on it, and that drive will stall out into the McCandless Ford red zone, and Franklin will take over with 4 minutes and 21 seconds to go in the third quarter. The ball will be put down at the Franklin 12-yard line. You mentioned that Sharpsville game tomorrow. A couple of small college games locally.
Yeah.
Grove City and Teal play for the Mercer County Cup tomorrow in Grove City, 1 o'clock kick. And then tomorrow night, 7 o'clock in New Wilmington at Memorial Field. Westminster 5-1 hosting the PAC leader, Case Western Reserve 6-0. A huge game in the President's Athletic Conference tomorrow. So if you're looking for something, you can get a small college doubleheader in the Mercer County area
no
tomorrow.
doubt. Yeah, that's obviously that Case Westminster game, two of the top teams in PAC. Oh boy!
Carrots a hook and lateral. Grigsby will throw it far side, or he caught it and then shoveled it back to the trailer of the other Grigsby. It's going to be a gain out to the 30.
Grigsby takes the pass.
And on the hook and lateral, pickup of 19 for Franklin. And the Knights having a little bit of fun here. They get the ball to the 30. Well designed and well executed play.
If you have any trick plays in the playbook, if you're Franklin, why not now? Right?
Give to Mincer. Nothing fancy about that. He'll take off up the middle. Mincer to midfield. Caden Mincer to the 40. Mincer brought down by Julian Zackrell at the 35-yard line. Mincer, that'll put him over 800 yards on the season.
Yeah.
Down to the Lakeview 35. 34-yard run, the long play of the night for the Franklin Knights. And the Knights get a first down, new set of downs at the Lakeview 35.
Yeah, that was a great run. We really see kind of his acumen now well over 800 yards, approaching 900 yards.
Give to Mincer, who bobbles the handoff and then corrals it, heads upfield. Or downfield, inside the 30 to the 27, but a flag in the middle of the pile, and it looks like a holding penalty will be called on Franklin. Just the second flag of the night on the Knights. And that's going to wipe out what would be a 9-yard pickup. That will set the Knights back 10 yards from the line of scrimmage or the spot, depending on where it was. If it was beyond the line of scrimmage. Mincer now 15 carries, 63 yards. And actually give him a couple more, so he'll get 2 before the penalty enforcement comes into play. So the ball goes back to the 43-yard line. 1st and 18.
Yeah.
That's our first and 18 of the season.
Yeah.
We've had 1st and 7s and 1st and 9s and 12s.
Yeah,
this one's 1st and 18 at the Lakeview 43. Weimer wing left. Johnson's wide to the left. Back to passes. Carey. Carey looking downfield, and it is intercepted by Skiles at the 25. Skiles working back to his right to the 35. Skiles is brought down from behind by Cunningham. Lakeview sideline wanting a horse collar tackle as Cunningham got him up high from behind, but the official was right there and did not throw the flag, so may have one of those ones where it might have looked like a penalty, but was not a penalty.
Held on by the shirt. We've seen Cunningham do that a lot. I think Cunningham's a guy, you look at this Franklin team, and, obviously they've struggled. They've had a long year, but I don't think too many coaches in the area wouldn't want that guy on their team.
Sailor start 1st down and 10.
Skiles with his second pick of the night. He had 2 interceptions last year, and he has 2 tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
he's thrown his hat in the ring for the Reinhardt's Insurance
no doubt.
Player of the Game award. Will he get it? You have to wait to the post game to find out. Minute 44 to go in the third quarter. Owen Reynolds now at quarterback. And the handoff is to Ethan Johnson, the wingback in motion, jet sweep around left end. Marsteller on the tackle for Franklin. And Johnson pick up a yard. Johnson has certainly seen some action this year as a tight end, wingback type, and getting a carry there.
Right.
No doubt he'll have a big role next year.
Right.
With quite a few seniors in the ball handling positions for Lakeview.
Yeah.
Certainly with Reynolds now at quarterback. And Reynolds has played some this year. Of course, played a lot of receiver and linebacker, but presumably the guy next year. And Gavin Shell also at fullback has had a nice year as a junior this year. Second down, the handoff will come to Julian Zackrell, trying to sweep around the right side, gets a block, and the flag comes out. They'll get Shell for a hold on the near side. Grigsby comes over and brings Julian Zackrell down at the 45.
And we have a flag on the play.
Gain of 9, but it's coming back.
Yeah, You can see the Franklin guys were all pleading their case. The referee told them, no, you got held. Calm down.
The flag was out, and they'll get Gavin Shell for
Penalty is holding against Lakeview.
a bear hug, pretty much.
Yeah. I think the officials have done a good job sort of refereeing the time and score, but that one was obvious.
Timeout on the field taken by Franklin with 42 seconds to go in the third. We'll take a timeout as well. Lakeview in command on Sports Radio 96.7.
Game this evening.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep or the part that tells me what button to press.
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Timeout taken by Franklin. This looks like the Knights they substituted one or two guys. 2nd and 17 after the holding penalty. Back to the Lakeview 28. Johnson in motion. Reynolds fakes the handoff. Owen Reynolds over the right side. Reynolds upfield to the 35-yard line. Brought down by Cunningham. Pickup of 7 for Reynolds on what likely is the final play of the third quarter.
Brought down by Shetler.
Matheson will bring the play in from the near sideline for Lakeview. As we're down to 9 seconds to go, Sailors do not have to run a play, and they will not run a play. We have reached the end of the third quarter. Lakeview in command 44-6. Chris and I will come back for the final 12 minutes of the 2024 regular season on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
The Lakeview school officers here providing security.
Getting ready to start the fourth quarter here at the Lakeview High School. Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch with you. Back in the studio, Art Shannon. Cole Kudiak is our cameraman tonight here in Stoneboro. The Lakeview Sailors will conclude the regular season at 5-5 as they're up 44-6 starting the fourth quarter. Sailors have 3rd and 10 from their own 35. Now going right to left, black jerseys, white numbers and letters, white pants. Franklin white tops, white pants with black numbers and letters and black side panels, each team with a splash of red trim.
Yeah, they look very much like they could be a home and away, right?
Owen Reynolds out of the shotgun, rolling left. Reynolds on the run downfield, and it's caught by Carson Matheson at midfield. He has the first down. Matheson rumbles down to the 42. Wilmoth brings him down, but Owen Reynolds put that one right on the money and found a Matheson.
To Matheson.
Into Franklin territory. A pickup of 24 yards. Lakeview picks up its 22nd first down of the night.
Yeah, Matheson's made some nice plays tonight. A couple of quarterback hurries, and he's played well.
And you think of this experience too for these young guys, under the lights in front of the crowd. I mean, this is you cannot replicate
Can't
this.
replicate it. No, practice and Saturday JV games don't do it.
1st and 10 at the Franklin 41. Ball in the near left hash mark. Reynolds looks at the play clock. It reads 9. We approach the 11-minute mark. Julian Zacro in motion. Reynolds fakes the handoff. Owen Reynolds around left end, and he'll be sandwiched down at the 38-yard line.
On the carry, comes to the near side.
Johnson in on the tackle for Franklin, along with Marsteller.
Johnson and Marsteller.
Pickup of 3
for Franklin.
For Owen Reynolds. Lakeview tonight, 537 yards of offense.
Wow.
Second down and about 8 yards to go.
10:30 to go in this one. Chris, we're going to have a tough time both with our post-game awards
I know.
tonight, certainly.
I know. So
which
that-
is a good
that's
is a good
always
thing.
a good problem, right?
Reynolds with receivers to either side. Julian Zackrell in motion. Hand off to Julian Zackrell, trying to sweep around right end. Cuts, heads upfield, and then Cunningham will
Julian
flatten him.
Zackrell on the carry goes to the
Gain
far
of 1.
side.
Cunningham is like getting almost that status that I always think about, like from playing a little bit. It's like, oh, that guy again. You're running, and it's like, oh no, anybody but him. There he is.
Trying to think of a Happy Days reference with Cunningham. Here,
That's Chuck. That's what became of Chuck.
Yeah, played by the legendary Gavin O'Harley.
That's right.
You know the game's in hand when Gavin O'Harley gets mentioned in the broadcast. 9.5 minutes to go. 3rd and 6. Lakeview 2 of 5 on 3rd down tonight. And Reynolds will fake the option. Now go back over the right side. Reynolds is going to be chopped down right near the first down marker. Needed to get to about the 31.5, and he's going to be
stop for Franklin.
A yard short. We'll put it down to the 32-yard line. It will be 4th and a full yard.
And a yard to
9
go.
minutes to go in this one.
Ball about the
Lakeview
33-yard line of Franklin.
Well, now we'll wait and see what happens over the weekend.
Yeah.
Certainly, you watch this Sailor team tonight. That this is a this is a team that nobody would want to see across from them in the playoffs next week.
They have a wild card factor, that speed, the team speed, the speed of their skill guys makes them different than anybody else kind of in those bottom 4.
Reynolds quarterback draw. He is drilled. Cunningham popped him right near the line of scrimmage. Reynolds on progress. Did he get there? I don't think he did. No, he did not. So Cunningham with a big stop. Reynolds is stuffed, and Franklin will take over with 8:20 to go. And the other thing you mentioned, that speed. And okay, and this grass field here is in excellent shape. You could play playoff games on this field, no doubt.
Sure.
But the playoff games will be on turf,
right?
Which it's a little bit quicker.
No, there's no doubt. If you're Wilmington or Greenville, and you could say, okay, they're the likely 1 and 2 seed. Who would you want to pick to play in the first round? It wouldn't be these guys.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
And Greenville did play them and had a big win over Lakeview back at midseason in Greenville. Sailors will take a timeout, but that was then. This is now be a neutral site, and we'll see again how things shake out in the coming 48 hours. Timeout taken by Lakeview. Sailors have 1 left. We never run out of timeouts. We'll take a 30-second break and come back with more here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Hayes Pub and Grill is proud to award the September 2024 Mercer County Team of the Month. Hayes is proud to announce that Grove City Girls Soccer is the September Mercer County Team of the Month. Congratulations to Grove City coach Darcy Holmes and her outstanding soccer team, as they are the September Vase Pub and Grill Mercer County Team of the Month. For more information, go to vasepubandgrill.com. The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
And welcome back to Lakeview High School, along with Chris Burtch, Ryan Briggs here. We welcome in our audience on News Talk 790 WPIC as the Cathedral Prep Farrell game ended quite early tonight. So glad to bring you bonus coverage here. Lakeview and Franklin, we have 7:54 to go in the fourth quarter. Franklin taking over, 1st down and 10 at its own 32-yard line, moving left to right. Quarterback Jason Carey back to pass, throwing it downfield, and it was caught. Yes, it was. It was caught downfield, the 36-yard line along the far sideline. Grigsby went up and made the catch. Flag for him by the back judge as well. And we have defensive pass interference.
Yeah.
Let's see. Waiting for the official to indicate, but nice throw and catch.
Yeah, really nice throw and catch, and you could see there just right. The official, the back judge, threw that right as the two players collided. So pass interference.
Pass interference, and they're going to say it was
pass interference.
Apparently the pass was incomplete because Franklin is moving back downfield.
Oh, okay.
So there was no indication of an incompletion. Oh, they're saying that
intercepted.
they're
yeah,
saying Lakeview
yeah.
came up with the
Yeah,
interception.
they did.
Okay.
They did. Yeah.
It was happening on the far side away from us, and there was no real clear indication as to what had happened.
Was
But
it
the
Zockerl?
flag,
Julian Zockerl? Yeah.
he was back there. There are a couple Lakeview men there, but instead it will be Franklin getting a first down via the pass interference.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
They give us to Johnson. He'll go over the left side and
by Matheson.
get across the midfield line. Matheson in on the stop for Lakeview, and they're going to put the ball right down on the 50-yard line. 2nd and 7 with 7:15 to go in this one. Again, after the game, the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game and the Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game. Gives the Caden Mincer. Or is that Johnson? That is Mincer, yes.
That's Mincer, yep.
And Caden Mincer, who
Kai Brown making
had 65 yards prior to that carry, picks up about 6-7 more. They'll give him 7 more and a first down at the Lakeview 43-yard line. So Mincer now 72 yards, the 7th first down of the night for the Franklin Knights. Update, I will give you an update here in a minute. Give the Mincer up the gut. Caden Mincer across the 35. Mincer down to the 33, and a flag comes in at the end of the play. Perhaps a hand up near the face mask.
Yeah.
6.5 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Slippery Rock has doubled its lead on Mercer, 14-0.
Yeah.
Doug Popovic, one of the few healthy guys remaining for Slippery Rock,
yeah.
moving from receiver to quarterback.
Yeah.
A 1-yard touchdown run, the first offensive score of the night.
Yeah. Popovic's done a good job since the collarbone injury to Fred Campagna.
Penalty on the play is a face
Penalty is a 15-yard face mask against Lakeview, and that will move the ball down to the 19 of the Sailors. It'll be 1st and 10 for Franklin as the Knights have returned to the McCandless Ford red zone. McCandless Ford, Mercer, and Meadville. You think both Slippery Rock and Mercer. Tough years for both teams, but both battling and looking like Slippery Rock probably going to get a road win to close out 2024.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's, one of those deals where it sounds like both teams kind of kept battling all the way through the end of this season, and it's good way for both teams to end.
Carry in the pistol and gives it to the second man through. That is Connor Johnson on the run.
Connor Johnson on the carry.
Johnson down close to the 10-yard line.
Lakeview.
Ethan Johnson on the tackle for Lakeview. We're
Johnson and Johnson.
A couple Johnsons away from the Blazing Saddles. 2nd and 1 at the 10-yard line. Wouldn't want Gabby Johnson doing commentary. It'd be hard to understand him. 2nd and 1 at the 10. Back to pass. Carey throws it left side. It is caught. And that's going to be Johnson taking it in for the touchdown. And then he is drilled at the end of the play, well after the play by Gavin Shell.
Oof.
That was about 3 or 4 steps after he'd gotten into the end zone.
To Connor Johnson.
But Connor Johnson takes it in from 10 yards out, and Franklin has the first touchdown of the second half. It comes with 5:32 to go in the ball game.
Coming in on the play.
Yeah.
And they will add 15 more on.
Yeah, that's not, I don't think it's even kind of close to it, but you got to be, just having that happen reminds the Lakeview coaches about there's some guys you don't want out there because you don't want anybody getting thrown out and missing next week.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to lose anybody for any reason, but especially for something that would be preventable.
Yeah.
And will they enforce it on the try or on the kickoff? 44-12, Lakeview still in control of this one with the conversion pending. And it looks like they'll take it on the kickoff. The ball has been put down at the 2.5-yard line with 5:32 to go. And Franklin will go for the 2-point conversion. Weimer is the fullback. Connor Johnson is the deep back. They're both behind Carey in the pistol. 2 receivers to the right. Handoff is fumbled. Recovered by Lakeview. That will end the play. And it remains 44-12. Franklin gets on the board. The Connor Johnson catch and run makes it 44-12. Lakeview on top. 5:32 to go, fourth quarter. Chris and I will come back with more after this on Sports Radio 96.7, News Talk 790 WPIC, and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
Say Insurance, how can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your local Erie agent is Mailer Insurance. Get a quote today at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt's agency affiliate. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
And welcome back to Lakeview High School. Ryan Briggs, Chris Burtch with you. Art Shannon back in the studio. Aaron Byro's also in the studio. He's running things on the AM side tonight. Cole Kudiak is our cameraman here tonight at Lakeview High School. The penalty was the personal foul on Lakeview on the touchdown. So the ball will be set at the 45-yard line. That's where Franklin will kick off from. Connor Ritchie will tee it up in the middle of the field, and probably think pretty good chance he could put this one into the end zone if he so desires.
Yeah.
But we will see. Lakeview has its return team out there. Ritchie on the run-up. He'll put a boot into that one.
No, it might.
Well, every few years, John Harbaugh, the Baltimore Ravens coach, always puts something forward to the rules committee that I'd like to try to get a point for a kickoff going through the goalpost.
Yeah, no wonder with his kicker.
Yeah, but this one instead, not a point, just merely a touchback, and Lakeview have it to 20 with 5:32 to go. Would be a point in Canada, though.
Right. I was just thinking that, yeah.
Of course, their goalposts are on the end zone up there, but the only rouge here is a little bit of the red on each of the team's jerseys. So 44-12, Lakeview on top. 5:32 to go in this one. Cathedral Prep a winner over Farrell tonight, 7-0. That was the game you heard on 790 WPIC. Slippery Rock up late on Mercer, 14-0. And the give is to Julian Zackrell, jet sweeper on the right side, and Cunningham will pop him there.
Julian Zackrell, the ball carrier.
That'll be a loss of 2 back to the 18-yard line.
Brought down by Cunningham.
Harbor Creek leading Iroquois 56-6. And Northeast is now a little ahead of Warren, 29-14.
Second down.
Corey leading Oil City 20-7.
Okay. Yeah, Corey had a really good year.
Yeah, certainly very fine year for the Beavers up there. Region co-champs. They'd been outright champs, so they hadn't got stopped 4 times. The one by Fort LaBeouf back early in the year.
That's amazing.
2nd and 13 from the 17-yard line. Matheson at quarterback throws it downfield, and it's caught by Julian Zackrell. He's to the 50. Julian Zackrell to the 40. Zackrell down to the 30-yard line. Matheson, the 4th different man to complete a pass tonight for Lakeview. This is a big gainer down to the Franklin 30. A pickup of 53 yards. Carson Matheson might not have been the most classic of form, Chris, but functionally effective.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Good to see Good to see again some of these guys getting in here and making big plays.
Down to 3:50 to go. Lakeview now 383 passing yards tonight.
Wow. Yeah, that's not bad.
Zackrell with 282, then Skiles, Matheson, and Owen Reynolds all 1 for 1 tonight. That'll boost the old passer rating.
Yeah.
Johnson motions from right to left, and we have movement. One of the Lakeview guys got a little bit of a head start. I'm going to set the Sailors back 5 yards. 6th flag of the night on Lakeview for 65 yards. We've had a few more penalties in the second half than we did in the first half.
Yeah.
Against Lakeview.
Ball now at the Franklin 35. Lakeview on top, 44-12. It was 26-0 after 1. Lakeview with 3 one-play scoring drives in the first quarter.
Yeah.
To assert control of this one.
Yes.
First and 15. Matheson at quarterback. Rolling right. Carson Matheson. Toss it downfield. It's caught by his back underneath, who really wasn't ready for it. Then he is brought down by a score of defenders. Give me a loss on the play. And
on the reception
Yeah.
for Lakeview.
It's like, why did you throw that to me?
It's a loss
The 39
back to the 38-yard line, 2nd and 18.
Yeah.
It's a,
second down.
Lakeview's gone a little deeper into the bench there.
Yeah.
And track down all the scrambling around. My Lakeview roster has evaded me, Chris.
Yeah.
Second and 18. Matheson on the keeper.
That was
Matheson kept it there. We know Carson.
Yeah.
Matheson able to slam forward for a yard or two. They'll give him one to the 37. Thank you, Coach. As it was Caden Long Lyons who had the last catch. Lost a couple of yards. Matheson gets those back. It's going to be 3rd down for the Sailors with 1:37 to go in this one. Lakeview will close the home schedule with a win. Time ticking down. Sailors break to the huddle. 4 receivers set. Matheson into the left flat, caught by Julian Zackrell. Zackrell upfield. Zackrell to the 28-yard line. He'll be brought down. May give him the 27. It's still going to be 4th and 7 with exactly a minute to go. And on that play, Chris, Lakeview goes over the 600-yard mark tonight.
That's unbelievable.
Caden Kaselka on the stop.
601 yards tonight for Lakeview.
Sailors have a 4th down.
4th down upcoming.
And about 7 yards to go.
Wind's starting to pick up a little bit outside.
Yeah.
Ball to Franklin 27-yard line.
Beautiful fall night and a beautiful senior night for the Lakeview Sailors.
Right.
Yeah. Play clock at 5. Julian Zackrell in motion. Matheson will give it to him. Ball fumbled and recovered. It's going to be a loss on the play.
On the play covered up by Lakeview.
And
should do it.
That should do it. Now she takes Lakeview below that 600-yard mark.
Oh, jeez.
But if you're quibbling over something like that, you've had a heck of a night.
Yeah.
Which exactly the Lakeview Sailors have had tonight. As we have a timeout on the field taken by Franklin.
What the heck?
Maybe a chance to get the seniors a curtain call or some sort of recognition.
Once again, Sailor fans,
Chance for look like the cheerleaders are throwing the plastic footballs or something.
Yeah, and they're getting caught in the wind. That was actually what I said. What the heck to? That was it looked like
yeah, those some of those didn't have a whole lot of mustard on them.
Yeah.
But Franklin taking the timeout with 8 seconds to go, and Knights will have it at their 31-yard line. We invite you to stay tuned for the post game, where we will have a full recap, scoring, stats, lock, stock, and barrel play of the game, and our Reinhardt's Insurance player of the game. That'll be coming up in the post game. Time for one final play. Carey back to pass. He's going to run to his right. Carey around, or to his left, around left end. And Carey knocked out of bounds. Pickup of 17 on the play, and that will do it. The Lakeview Sailors close the 2024 regular season with a win 44-12. Chris, an impressive outing from beginning to end tonight for the Lakeview Sailors.
Oh, no doubt about it. Is that, like I said, just kind of talking to some folks here before the game, talking to some coaches. They looked at this as kind of a playoff game, almost like a play-in game, if you will. That was their mentality coming in, and they came out with just an unbelievable amount of energy, great execution, great game plan, and they really got it done and played certainly their most complete game of the season.
Lakeview winner 44-12. The post game is next on Sports Radio 96.7 and News Talk 790 WPIC.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday. Closed Sundays and Mondays.
Ken Frenchak here from the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. It's that time of year again. Buy one, get one free windshield wiper sale. You heard correct. VOCO windshield wiper sale with any of our Valvoline full-service oil change through the end of the year. So get ready for old man winter today before he arrives. VOCO windshield wiper sale through December 31st. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City.
The Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners, honoring our past, expanding our future. Two firms coming together to serve clients in Grove City, Western PA, and beyond. Confluence Financial Partners is a wealth management firm on a mission to help clients maximize their lives and legacies. Visit us at confluencefp.com. Confluence Wealth Services Inc. DBA Confluence Financial Partners is an SEC registered investment advisor. Registration of an investment advisor does not imply any level of skill or training. Please refer to our Form ADV Part 2A and Form CRS for further information regarding our investment services and their corresponding risks at confluencefp.com.
The Fifth Quarter Show is brought to you by Reinhardt's Insurance. Insurance solutions to help you accomplish your goals. And now, proud sponsors of the Player of the Game.
Back here tonight at Lakeview High School, where the Sailors close the 2024 season, regular season, that is, with a 44-12 win over Franklin. Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch with you. Back in the studio, we have Art Shannon and Aaron Byro producing our game. And tonight, Lakeview gets the win 44-12. And starting off with our scoring recap in this one, Lakeview jumped out a 26-point first quarter, 8-11 mark. Leighton Zackrell, 10-yard touchdown run to cap a game-opening 8-play, 55-yard drive at use 3:49. Extra point blocked. Lakeview had a 6-0 lead. And then Lakeview, each of the next 3 touchdown drives were one play. 6:05 to go in the quarter. Blake Skiles, 42-yard catch and run from Leighton Zackrell. 2-pointer no good. It was 12-0 at the 6:05 mark. And then at 4:02 of the first quarter, Skiles, a 19-yard run. Extra point no good. One play, 19 yards on the drive. That was set up by a bad punt snap. Lakeview had an 18-0 lead. The 1-minute mark of the first quarter, Braden Boer, a 46-yard catch from Leighton Zackrell. Zackrell then ran in the 2-pointer, and Lakeview had a 26-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, the lead swells to 32-0 as Leighton Zackrell scores from 24 yards out, capping a 7-play, 86-yard drive. He used 3:13. Extra point no good, but Lakeview had a 32-0 lead. Franklin gets on the board at the 6:12 mark as Caden Mincer scores on a 1-yard touchdown run, capping a 4-play, 19-yard drive that used a minute 13. That drive started at the 19. Skiles intercepted a pass at his own 15, but on the run back, he was hit from behind. Ball came loose, recovered by Franklin, and then the Knights turned that into points. The 2-point attempt was no good. It was 32-6. Lakeview, however, breaks it open with a pair of touchdowns in a 2-minute span. Owen Reynolds, a 25-yard catch from Leighton Zackrell at the 3:10 mark. 2-point run, no good. And then with 1:11 to go in the half, Blake Skiles' 15-yard catch from Zackrell. 2-point run failed. 44-6 your halftime score. And the only scoring in the second half, it came at the 5:32 mark of the fourth quarter. Connor Johnson, a 10-yard catch and run from Jason Carey, capping a 5-play, 68-yard drive. It used 2:48. 44-12 is your final. When we come back, we will have the team stats, the individual stats. Don't forget, we also have our post-game awards, the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game, Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game. All that and much, much more as the post-game continues on Sports Radio 96.7 and News Talk 790 WPIC.
Financial Partners, honoring our past, expanding our future. Two firms coming together to serve clients in Grove City, Western PA, and beyond. Confluence Financial Partners is a wealth management firm on a mission to help clients maximize their lives and legacies. Visit us at confluencefp.com. Confluence Wealth Services Inc. DBA Confluence Financial Partners is an SEC registered investment advisor. Registration of an investment advisor does not imply any level of skill or training. Please refer to our Form ADD Part 2A Form CRS for further information regarding our investment services and their corresponding risk at confluencefp.com.
The drug landscape has changed. Illegal fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. A synthetic opioid up to 50 times stronger than heroin, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, smell it, or taste it. Know the dangers.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Heritage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
Are you or a loved one looking for a senior living residence offering independent living and personal care? Then the Heritage at St. Paul Senior Living Community in Greenville is right for you. The Heritage offers private apartments that provide the comforts of home with as little or as much personal care as you need. St. Paul's makes it easy to feel at home. Call 724-588-7610 or visit stpauls1867.org today for more information or to schedule a tour.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep or the part that tells me what button to press.
Nope. I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
The Fifth Quarter Show is brought to you by Reinhardt's Insurance. Insurance solutions to help you accomplish your goals. And now, proud sponsors of the Player of the Game.
We will have the Player of the Game award coming up in our final post-game segment. Tonight, Lakeview a winner over Franklin 44-12. Ryan Briggs here. Chris Burtch will be rejoining me in a few minutes. Looking at some team and individual numbers tonight. First for the Lakeview Sailors, they finished with 597 total yards of offense, 207 rushing, 390 through the air, 23 first downs for Lakeview, 597 yards on 55 plays, an average of nearly 11 yards per play, 10.9 to be precise. Franklin, 82 rushing yards, 96 passing yards, 178 yards on 48 plays. Franklin finishes with 10 first downs. Individual numbers. For Lakeview, quarterback Leighton Zackrell, 12 of 20, 282 yards, 4 touchdowns tonight for the Lakeview Signal Caller. And Carson Matheson, 3 for 3 for 60 yards. Blake Skiles, 1 for 1, 24 yards and a touchdown. Owen Reynolds, 1 for 1 for 24 yards rushing. Leighton Zackrell, 6 carries, 77 yards. Blake Skiles, 5 attempts for 42. Gavin Shell ran 3 times for 38 yards. Braden Boer, 3 carries, 27 yards. Owen Reynolds ran 4 times for 15 yards. Johnny Husband, 3 carries for 10 yards. Receiving, Blake Skiles came into the week as Mercer County's leaders in receptions and receiving yards. He will not hurt that tonight. 5 catches, 151 yards, 2 touchdowns. Braden Boer, 4 catches, 75 yards and a score. Julian Zackrell, 2 catches for 63 yards. Carson Boitnott, 2 receptions for 31 yards. Owen Reynolds, a 25-yard catch. Leighton Zackrell, a 24-yard catch. Carson Matheson caught 1 ball for 24 yards. Caden Long Lions, 1 catch for -3 yards. Turning over to the Franklin side, Caden Mincer led the way on the ground, 18 carries, 81 yards. Connor Johnson ran twice for 11 yards. Mincer had a touchdown, by the way. Quarterback Jason Carey, 8 of 21, 96 yards, 1 touchdown, intercepted twice, sacked twice. Jaden Wilmoth, 6 catches, 56 yards. Mincer, a 19-yard catch. Johnson, a 10-yard touchdown reception. And Isaac Grigsby gained 11 yards on the receiving end of a hook and lateral. Some defensive numbers. On the Lakeview side, Gavin Shell with a sack. Luke Scheide and Ethan Johnson split a sack. Shell also recovered a fumble. Blake Skiles with 2 interceptions for Lakeview Sailors with 3 takeaways tonight. Landon Lynch with a fumble recovery on the Franklin side. Other numbers of note. The Lakeview Sailors tonight, they were penalized 6 times for 65 yards. Franklin, 3 flags for 40 yards. Franklin, 3 of 10 on 3rd down. Lakeview, 2 of 7. Lakeview a winner tonight, 44-12, as the Sailors finish up the regular season at 5-5. It is time now for the Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the game, brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, located in the Sharpsville Plaza in Sharpsville, open 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday. They have a great array of sandwiches, deli trays, as some light mist and fog mist begins to fall here now. Almost look like a fog here at Lakeview, but it waited until the game ended tonight. Yeah, it's starting to precipitate here, but waited till the end of the game. But anyway, the lock, stock, and barrel play of the game, and certainly no shortage on the Lakeview side tonight. But we will go with a bit of a trick play, as it was Leighton Zackrell on the receiving end. Blake Skiles, a 24-yard touchdown pass to Leighton Zackrell. That's right, it was Zackrell receiving and Skiles throwing. That came at 8:41 of the second quarter, and that is the lock, stock, and barrel play of the game. Blake Skiles throwing a 24-yard touchdown pass to the regular quarterback, Leighton Zackrell. That play will be entered into the lock, stock, and barrel play of the year competition. At the end of the season, we will recognize one of our plays of the game as the lock, stock, and barrel play of the year. And the play of the year, that football program will receive a cash donation courtesy of Lock, Stock, and Barrel in Sharpsville. So congratulations to Leighton Zackrell and Blake Skiles, reversing roles as they combine for the Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the game. We'll take our final break. We'll come back with the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game, and we'll hear from Lakeview head coach Blake Reddick here on Sports Radio 96.7 and 790 WPIC.
Confluence Financial Partners, honoring our past, expanding our future. Two firms coming together to serve clients in Grove City, Western PA, and beyond. Confluence Financial Partners is a wealth management firm on a mission to help clients maximize their lives and legacies. Visit us at confluencefp.com. Confluence Wealth Services Inc. DBA Confluence Financial Partners is an SEC registered investment advisor. Registration of an investment advisor does not imply any level of skill or training. Please refer to our Form ADV Part 2A and Form CRS for further information regarding our investment services and their corresponding risks at confluencefp.com.
Fred Jack here from the Bellway Express Care and Car Wash at Grove City. It's that time of year again. Buy one, get one free windshield wiper sale. You heard correct. BOGO windshield wiper sale with any of our Valvoline full service oil change through the end of the year. So get ready for Old Man Winter today before he arrives. BOGO windshield wiper sale through December 31st. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
Score big with a new checking account at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. At the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, you get a free checking account that offers no minimum balance, no monthly service fees, and unlimited transactions. Download their mobile app and you can get 24/7 account access and remote deposit. See them at one of their 2 locations in Grove City or online at gcafcu.org. Member NCUA, Equal Housing and Equal Opportunity Lender. Open a checking account now and score 4 tickets to a local high school sports event. Call for details.
The Fifth Quarter Show is brought to you by Reinhardt's Insurance. Insurance solutions to help you accomplish your goals. And now, proud sponsors of the Player of the Game.
We will have the Player of the Game coming up in a few moments. Right now, let's get down to the field. Chris Burtch is standing by with the first-year head coach of the Lakeview Sailors, Blake Reddick. Go ahead, Chris.
Out here on the field with victorious Lakeview head coach Blake Reddick. And Coach, obviously, I don't know if you could draw up a more perfect senior night for your seniors.
Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful. It's great to see these guys grow up and turn into men instead of young boys and execute, do what they're supposed to do on their senior night in front of their home crowd. And it's just awesome to go away with that.
Yeah, our, Leighton Zackrell, just unbelievable, right? I mean, a lot of guys had great nights, but, I mean, he put up video game numbers tonight. You have to love just sort of his evolution and then to kind of bring it to this on the last day of the regular season.
Hey, to be honest with you, I mean, he's come so far, and those throws have been there all season, and we've missed something here and there and this and that, but tonight, he was on, and I hope we can keep him on like that. Once you throw those successful balls along and across the field and stuff like that, hopefully it keeps rolling, because I mean the sky's the limit for the guy, and I mean the arm strength is obviously there.
You and I were talking a little bit both on and off air before the game, and it was like your guys seem to buy into this idea that this game was a play-in game for the playoffs, or at least a play-in for the seeding. Came out with tremendous energy, and again, forget the other team. It was all about the way your guys played tonight, and you have to love that.
Right? Yeah. I mean, we told them. I mean, this is basically the first week of playoffs.
Yeah.
You got to make a statement game. See what the committee does with the seeding. Obviously we'd like to be helped out with the seeding off this victory tonight. Putting up some numbers. So hopefully they look at it and we get some results that we want.
Right. Coach, congrats on a terrific regular season, a great regular season finale and senior night. Good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you.
All right,
Appreciate you.
appreciate
See you
that.
down
Thanks a
the road.
lot, Coach. You got it. All right, Briggsy, back up to you.
All right, thank you very much, Chris Burtch. Chris on the field with the head coach of the Lakeview Sailors, Blake Reddick, after a 44-12 victory. So we already gave out one of our post-game awards, the Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game. That went to the Leighton Zackrell 24-yard touchdown catch from Blake Skiles. That came at the 8:41 mark of the second quarter. Now, for our other post-game award, it is time for the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game Award. Brought to you by Reinhardt's Insurance, and certainly a lot of candidates, certainly on the Lakeview side tonight, but we will go with Leighton Zackrell, the starting quarterback tonight. How about this for a night? 12 of 20 passing, 282 yards, 4 touchdowns. But wait, there's more. 6 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown. Also caught a 24-yard touchdown pass, and Leighton Zackrell is the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game. 6 total touchdowns in this 44-12 victory. So with that, Reinhardt's Insurance is pleased to honor Lakeview quarterback Leighton Zackrell as the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game. Like all of our players of the game, Leighton Zackrell will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of 2 J's and a B Screen Printing and Gifts, located on East State Street in Hermitage. Money will also be placed into a scholarship fund in the name of Leighton Zackrell. At the end of the academic year, we will recognize one local player as the Reinhardt's Insurance Student Athlete Scholarship recipient. Congratulations to Lakeview's Leighton Zackrell tonight, as he accounts for 359 yards of total offense, 6 total touchdowns in the Lakeview win, as Chris Burtch has made his way back up here. Chris, a lot of great nights for Lakeview, but none better than that of Leighton Zackrell tonight.
I mean, he was, just absolutely the best player on the field from the very first moment of the game. I mean, he was, he ran all over the place. His passes were perfect. His rollouts, on the kind of the run pass option looks were phenomenal. And then he rushed for nearly 80 yards, caught a touchdown pass. Again, he's a senior that had just a absolutely epic, memorable senior night game, and an incredible player of the game for us.
The Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game is Leighton Zackrell of Lakeview. And Chris, with that, we will call it a night. A parting thought or two.
Again, a really enjoyable regular season. These 10 games, calling them with you, are always great. But this particular season, obviously, the last 2 games, week 9, week 10 for us, were lopsided games. But almost every other game was really competitive. A lot of great teams heading off into the District 10 playoffs next week. As always, I'm looking forward to that. With you.
And the playoff pairings are expected to be announced sometime Sunday, whether that's morning or afternoon. We will find out, and then wherever we will be next weekend, that's to be determined as well. Maybe Friday, maybe Saturday, both. That's to be determined, but we'll know more in about probably maybe 36, 37 hours or
Right.
so.
Yeah.
I want to thank the folks here at Lakeview High School, Athletic Director Ryan Harold, he and his great staff, Game Manager Gary Burke, the Press Box Manager and Public Address Announcer Chuck Moon. We appreciate all the hospitality here at Lakeview High School. Back in the studio, Art Shannon producing tonight's game and doing a great job as always, as well as Aaron Byra. We had a couple of rough patches early, and they were on this end, not that end. But great job by those guys, and we got everything off and running before kickoff. So thanks to them. Thanks to Bob Greenberg, our sports director and sales manager. He and Mark Slazak had the call of the Farrell Cathedral Prep game, won by Cathedral Prep 7-0 up in Erie. And Chris, well, we will rest up and get ready for the playoffs next week.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Again, thank you, Briggsy, as always, for all of your preparation, and certainly all of your tech work. You were like MacGyver tonight, getting things done. So appreciate all you do.
I got some new stuff, and it worked really well. Just did things work well when you connect it properly? So that was. But again, you live and learn. But right. That's I think that's learning's a lifelong thing. But for my partner Chris Burtch, for Aaron Byro, Bob Greenberg, Mark Slazak, Art Shannon, this is Ryan Briggs saying so long from Stoneboro. Tonight, Lakeview defeats Franklin 44-12, and you heard it here on Sports Radio 96.7 and Newstalk 790 WPIC. Coming up next, the Warner's Homes and Improvements fifth quarter scoreboard show with Aaron Byro and Art Shannon. They'll be with you until 11 o'clock tonight, recapping tonight's games and taking a look at the upcoming postseason puzzle. Till next time, this is Ryan Briggs. Have a good night. Thanks for listening, and have a great weekend, everybody. You've been listening to High School Football on Sports Radio 96.7 and Newstalk 790 WPIC.
You've been listening to High School Sports on the Cumulus Sports Network. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Bill McCandless Ford in Mercer and Meadville. The Reinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better. Mancino's Driving School, where safe driving starts. The Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners, honoring our past, expanding our future. Two firms united to serve you. Visit us at confluencefv.com. Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs since 1973. Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958. St. Paul's in Greenville, a senior living community. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, banking, but better. Attorney Bill Motor, excellence, experience, and integrity. Mercer County State Bank, community-minded since 1911. Herman's Water, when taste matters. Vay's Pub and Grill, make it special, make it Vay's. Hermitage Rotary Club, if you're struggling with prescription opioids, there is hope. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail for all of your printing, marketing, and mailing needs. DK Auto LLC in Grove City, specializing in Southern vehicles up to $15,000. The Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City is the area's only stay-in-your-car quick lube. We're locally owned and nationally known. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy. The Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Please thank this great group of sponsors for supporting all of our high school sports broadcasts all season long. Don't go anywhere. It's time for the Warner's Homes and Improvements fifth quarter scoreboard show, right here on the Cumulus Sports Network.
4 seconds. 1.
Well, hold on. Just because the game is over doesn't mean we're going home.